sports encyclopedia. US Steve Kim. Got Trent in the cut.
What are you?
He's the best.
Yeah.
He's a master motivator.
I'm a master motivator. I ain't no regular ass motivator. I'm a fucking master.
Coaches tried to make practice so hard that the game was less intrusive. Like they coached you that way. Like people think, well, they were just yelling. No, they were trying to put you under stress and put you in under duress so that when you got in the game, you could mentally handle adversity.
If you go through JUCO and you make it out of JUCO, you can make it anywhere.
I respect the hell out of you to see that you're doing what you're doing and still doing what you're doing for real, the way you do it, man. From day one, you had the same enthusiasm. You keep the same enthusiasm, and it's fucking contagious.
In my opinion, I think Shedeur Sanders is the best deep ball in college football. I don't think
he's. Can you just say something nice about Shedeur Sanders?
I love talking ball. It's nice to connect with guys that are like-minded and just are real and genuine.
And I'll proudly stand up next to you all. God bless America.
You said belt to ass, T-Rich. You got the belt around you.
Smitty and Jason Brown.
To the Coach JB Show.
What up? We are in the building. It is Free Game Friday, and it's on the realest show on Planet ERF. So pound that like, subscribe, become a member. And if you want some of this fresh new merch, head on over to the Coach JB Show, Coach JB Store, CoachJBStore.com for some new merch. Go get it right now today. We got a little bit of, we got some merch that's on limited edition only too. Play the game, homie. Those T-shirts are selling like hotcakes, so I appreciate everybody that's bought some. They are out there right now on CoachJBStore.com. This show is powered by BetUS, so head on over to BetUS today and use my promo code CoachJB. Get you a 150% bonus on your first deposit right now, up to $2,000. So head on over there and shout out to First Round Performance, Skybox Tickers. So you can go over there, skyboxsports.net today. Use my promo code CoachJB. If you want a man cave ticker, a coaching office ticker, or a ticker just if you're a bettor or an odds maker or anything like that, the ticker shows it all. Short, fat, skinny, tall, it does it all. Shout out to everybody, though, man. Prize picks and all. Winnable, you name it, we got it. So pound that like, man. We got a loaded lineup. It's Free Game Friday. Dr. Jesse Morse will join us, talk about this weekend's NFL injury updates. Plus, Shaun King, Super Bowl champ, will pop in on us. And, it's Free Game Friday, man. Let's start it off with a banger. But before we start, let's bring in my co-host extraordinaire, Naptown's finest, Far East Sider, LeBron hairline having, Lamar Jackson loving, AR5 defending, Caitlin Clark jocking, Fox Sports very own, Big Smitty. Welcome him in right out the gate, because I need him in here.
Yeah. Can y'all hear me? We live. We here on the JB Show. I like that hat, JB.
New shirt, too.
New shirt, new hat.
Ooh.
The logo on the sleeve.
Ooh.
Is that leather? What does it say on the back? Mediocrity is the new excellence. But what do I know? I need an XL in that right now.
It looks XL on me because I'm so damn in shape now. It looks XL, but it's 3X. This 3X still, though.
You lost a lot of weight, JB. I'm proud of you, homie. I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of this chat, man. We got Brandon Hood in the building. We got T. Mixon, Big Meech, John Bell, Rock Wilder, Marcus Russo, Ryan, Jared M., and Nate all on the show right now live. And we appreciate y'all on this Free Game Friday, man. What's up, Bailey in the background? It's about to get crazy. It's one of them shows that I feel. It's one of them shows. We freestyle the whole show. No rundown.
Oh, thank fuck Bailey's whole get up.
I'm about to go in and delete the whole doc. I don't want to see it.
It's going to be a very insightful show. I'm just going to tell you right now, because I got insight that no other coach on any other show is willing to give you, A, or does he possess the insight that I'm about to tell you, B, or is he real enough on his particular network to actually say what I say on the realest show on planet Earth? C. Yeah, so
you're a bad boy.
I'm about to tell you, this is what the show's about to be.
Hold on real quick, JB. What is this in the chat real quick?
What's up?
T Mixum said, Smitty, shout out to you. You called Notre Dame winning, did I? I forgot, T Mixum. I haven't missed all playoffs. But what do I know?
You have it?
Go to Bet US, use promo code Coach JB, and pick all Smitty's picks because I'm undefeated.
You're not undefeated at all.
Sorry, JB, continue. Sorry, JB, continue.
You're not even close to undefeated.
Georgia going to beat their ass. They're going to belt their ass. They're going to blow them out. Facts. But y'all was wrong, homie.
You know I'll never be wrong, though.
Why?
I'm gonna let you think about it, because I'm really just sitting here with like the what do they call it, the rook in the pond, the rook in the pond or whatever. I don't know what they call it. I'm not a chess guy, but I know this: I'll never be wrong, homie. I can't be wrong because I'm the originator of the whole discussion of this particular topic. Oh. I'm the one that started this whole thing.
You're the creator of this whole gangster shit, this whole situation.
So you do understand where I'm going, right?
I hear what you're saying.
No, you don't. It's unfortunate too. Fuck, I don't want to cook you this early, and explain that,
Go ahead.
Even though I'll miss a game or two with Oregon and Ohio State and Georgia, Notre Dame, the overall thing is always coming back to me being correct, though.
Oh, okay. All right.
And what is that?
That college football sucks, that we should have kept it as 14 playoffs. All the teams with the bye week have lost. It was stupid. The way that the committees didn't set it up right. They should have had it straight 1, 2, 12 seeds, and based upon the actual best 12 teams. Oregon got fucked. Just the whole landscape of what you're saying.
Keep going. You're good. Very good.
You know what I'm saying? Kids don't give a fuck about coaches no more. They don't want to play. It's pay for play.
Thank you. I'm missing one thing, homie. The crowd's getting it. Thank you, Kids King. Thank you. Big Smitty Big Smitty did a great job at breaking me down right there. Unbelievable. But he missed the main thing. I'm gonna be right, Smitty. Football's watered down.
So
that's what
because Notre Dame, a storied franchise, storied team, beat Georgia.
Not historic. They beat nobody. They never beat anybody. They never beat anybody. No, they never beat anybody historically. Is my point. They're not historic. They're historic in a blue blood nature because they have a fucking TV contract. They haven't been in a conference in fucking ever. And when have they really won anything?
They've been in the playoffs a couple times. They've been in the national championship. They've been in big time bowls. Don't do that. Don't do that.
They've had their belt to ass for every time they've been in a playoff, except for now, which I'm going to break down so eloquently to start the show, Big Smitty, because that's why I wanted you in here. The 12-team playoff, Smitty, is proving to be worse and worse after the first two rounds. Hear me out, everybody, Smitty. Mm-hmm. Feel free to walk into this thing because it's a full-on lead-in. I'm going to break this down. If Penn State makes it, Smitty, it would be the worst possible thing for college football. They have beaten nobody. And Notre Dame would be the only top 10 team they beat, while their road would have been the easiest on record of any team during any playoff era. Any team during any playoff era. This will be the easiest road ever. Ohio State, Smitty, who looks to be playing better than anybody right now today, would destroy them once again in a all Big Ten final. All four teams, Smitty, who deserve buys, who deserve quote-unquote buys according to the committee, the committee version of deserve, have lost. And this tournament is only showing everyone that this is now a round-robin tournament rather than an actual playoff, with the highest-ranking team playing the lowest. I think the committee's biggest fears, Smitty, are going to become reality with an absolute mud-stomping championship game, either way you look at it. Our only hope is to see Notre Dame make it versus either Ohio State or Texas, which should be on the opposite sides to begin with. But what do I know? Let's dive into it, Smitty. I got to get your take right out the gate because I'm just telling you, who seriously wants to watch Ohio State, Penn State again in a natty? Seriously, be honest.
Penn State's not going to win, though.
No, I didn't ask you that question. Who wants to see those?
You're talking about what if Notre Dame is going to win and Ohio State's going to win. It's going to be a Notre Dame Ohio State natty. I know that for a fact. That's a fact.
You see, it's going to be who?
Notre Dame and Ohio State will play in the natty. Book it right now. So
that's the best scenario. Best scenario.
Facts.
Okay, and it's not facts, so stop saying it. We just fucking went over this yesterday, homie.
So
God.
when Penn State lose, we're going to go back to this moment. But, dude, how did Darnell know that? Because I'm a knower of all things, homie.
All right, so anyway, let's get back to reality. If Penn State and Ohio State meet up, is that not going to prove my point in the way they seeded this thing to be wrong, A, because they didn't forward think this at all, B, why do I want to see Ohio State, Oregon play twice to start the playoff the second time? And why do I want to see Penn State, who got mollywopped by both Oregon and Ohio State, play again against Ohio State? This just doesn't make sense in any facet or form that you've created this tournament this way. Penn State, Smitty, we got to be hypotheticals here because hypotheticals can actually be it. This is a Final Four, is it not?
It is.
Can I be honest?
Sure.
Is Penn State really a top 4 team in America this year?
Yes, they are.
No, they're not, homie. Don't judge it by this. You sent me a message earlier with somebody that said something. You said, this is an insane take. And I go, I fucking 100% agree with it. You're not going to have the best team in the finals. You're not going to have the best team in the country in the finals playing against one of the best teams in the country. So you're not going to have it, homie. This tournament did not allow for it. This is the most watered-down version of what you're going to see a national title become. This is not the best team, Smitty. Come on, homie.
Team because
no, they're not.
The reason I think it was an insane take, Jason. This is what the playoffs is. That's what the playoffs have always been. You go out there, if you're like that, if you are the best team, you'll win. Oregon, if you're really the number 1 team in the nation, you would have beat Ohio State. Sure.
Oh yeah.
Well, I have rather seen them face off in the natty prior to seeing them play, yeah. But now in hindsight,
it doesn't work that way.
It was an asshole.
It doesn't work that way.
Oregon couldn't step on the field with Ohio State. That first game was a fluke. That's what
it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. There's no other tournament in the world that works this way. So explain to me your rationale. Please break down the field of 64 in the NCAA March Madness and explain to me how that works out. Don't tell me that you're the best team. You wouldn't play off, homie.
What I'm saying is, go ahead.
No, what I'm saying is Oregon was the best team in college football all year long. They beat Ohio State head-to-head. Like, they beat Penn State head-to-head. Those are 2 of the teams in the Final Four right now, right?
Yeah.
Why would you, on God's green earth, begin this tournament with a bye and Ohio State? That is not how a tournament works, homie. You don't get 4 bye weeks. You don't get 4 bye weeks by 2 teams that aren't even ranked in the top 4. It's never been done. Never. It doesn't make sense. Boise State is not a top 4 football team, homie. They did not belong with a bye week. Either did Arizona State, and I have Arizona State alumni will tell me and you're right, JB. We did not deserve a bye. We won our conference title. We deserved a shot in the tournament, but we didn't deserve no bye. Our eyes work. We know we're not good enough.
I'm not going to argue
So what I'm saying is if Boise and Arizona State don't get byes and you seed it correctly, this isn't the tournament you have. Penn State's not even close. They're not in this Final Four, homie. Let's keep it funky. We have a watered-down Final Four that has created the way the tournament created this Final Four is by pure fucking watered down format. The watered down format has allowed Penn State to be in this Final Four. You can't tell me they're one of the best teams. They beat nobody. And the only two teams they played, they got waxed. They got waxed by the only two teams.
Jason, so you're telling me that you believe Penn State. You're telling me that you believe Penn State wouldn't be in the Final Four. That's what you're telling me you believe. Which team do you think would have beat them? You think Oregon that we just saw get their ass destroyed, pause, would have beat them? You think that Georgia team who couldn't put up fucking points would have beat them? Your mind is blinded by either A, the history of a team, or B, what you saw weeks ago in the regular season. It's the playoffs now. Carson Beck didn't play, homie. That Oregon team that showed up, that wasn't the same Oregon team that we saw all year, homie, for whatever reason. So in the playoffs, it's about win or go home. So when I said earlier, this is what the playoffs have always been, I'm not talking about the seeding. I'm saying when you say these are the four best teams, no, the four best teams are the teams that won and made it to this point. Just like in the NFL, when the Giants was fucking 9-7 in the regular season, you could say they're not the best team, but they got hot in the playoffs and they won all the way up to the Super Bowl. They became the best team. They played against a Patriot team that was undefeated. That's what it is. Yeah. You win. You earn. You're cooking right there. Let me position. And if they make it to the Natty, if they beat a Notre Dame team that's been rolling, who just cooked Georgia, who's a dog in here, and Penn State beats Notre Dame, that's a legit big time win, and they earned the national title game. And you also notice this: you're picking out one team out the four. You have no problem with Texas. You have no problem with Notre Dame. You have no problem with Ohio State. So you're just trying to find the one thing that fits your argument, and found the one team, Penn State. I could always say that. What about the TCU a couple years ago with the old format? We can always pick and choose and dibble and dabble and say this team there, that team there. At the end of the day, these teams earned this spot, and we're going to see a phenomenal national championship regardless of who wins. The Penn State wins in Notre Dame, that proves they're legit. If they're not legit, then Notre Dame is going to beat their ass in, and they're going to play with Texas or Ohio State, which is a phenomenal natty. They got it right.
So you everything you have said has zero correlation to this. You mentioned the Giants 9-7 getting in the playoffs, beating a team. That's not how it works, Smitty. I don't know if you realize. Because you know why? Because SMU and Indiana, to your 9-7 equivalents, wouldn't even be in the fucking tournament, homie. They wouldn't be in the playoff. So you're making zero sense, and neither does the chat understand that SMU, Indiana, and whoever the fuck else was in the tournament that Penn State had an awful road to beat would not even be playing in the tournament, and Penn State wouldn't even have fucking they would have to play a real team. So Penn State, who got beat by Oregon and Ohio State, draws Boise and Indiana to start with. I'm sorry, SMU and Boise to start with. And Oregon gets a bye and draws Ohio State. Now, we already know that makes zero sense. My point to that is, why is it that flipped? So you're telling me Boise would have started off, Penn State starts off playing Ohio State, they're still in it.
I got Ohio State winning it all. So to ask me that, I would
say no. Penn State wouldn't be here. That's my whole point, homie.
No. If you put anybody against Ohio State, to me, they're going to lose.
You're making excuses for teams that shouldn't be in the playoff, homie.
Right now,
you're making excuses for SMU, Indiana, Boise State. You're making excuses to them and equating them to an NFL 9-7 team, homie. Those 9-7 teams you're equating them to wouldn't have been in the NFL playoff. So it doesn't make sense. The college football playoff is broken. TCU, you keep mentioning, homie. They made the fucking Final Four, Smitty. Stop bringing this up with a 12-team playoff. There's no comparison, homie. TCU legitimately made the Final Four.
And you can't mention top 14. Yes or no? You cannot mention the to your head that they were a legit top 14. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Hold on. Did they beat Michigan?
No.
Did they win a game? Yes, they were. Did they win a game? Did they win a game?
Yeah, Michigan.
Did they win that fucking game in the tournament? Okay, then. So how are they not? How are they not?
Penn State win 2 games.
How are they not?
Fucking then. And if they beat Notre Dame, they'll win 3 games.
God damn, this guy don't understand. He can't think. He can't think and run and talk at the same time.
Yep.
So TCU in a 4-game format is equal to Penn State in a 12-team format playing SMU and Boise.
Yep.
All right. Well, now we know why you're watered down. God damn.
Yep.
This motherfucker wants mediocrity. No wonder. Shit. No wonder this motherfucker likes Mina Kimes. No wonder you like Mina Kimes, homie, and defend women coaching. No wonder you defend women coaching, homie.
I love Mina Kimes.
No wonder.
And my bigger take here, y'all.
Now we know. Now we know why you love women coaching football, homie. We get it now.
Homie,
we know now. You like mediocrity.
Put your arm
you
down.
want mediocrity.
Put your finger
Well, fuck. You wanted a woman to lead us men in the world. So guess what? I know. You think women can lead men. Go ahead.
That's what you do when you're losing. You try to find a way of like attacking some random thing that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about because you have no ammo to shoot back. So you gotta just go reach for anything. You mean the guys? Women can't coach. Stay on the task at hand. We're talking about the college football talk right now. And I'm kicking you so bad. You know what to say. My bigger point with these playoffs that proves that they got this playoff thing right is that teams like Ohio State, teams like Notre Dame wouldn't have even been in the top 4 conversation if it was the old school format. And watch Ohio State win this whole thing. This will prove to me and prove to everybody else that, hey, just because you lost 2 games in the regular season doesn't mean that you're not a top team. Maybe you slipped up. Maybe something crazy happened. Yeah, Ohio State lost against Michigan the last game of the season. Everybody want to lose their mind and say, oh, they're not that good. They're overrated. It's a rivalry game against Michigan. Sometimes shit happens. That doesn't take away from the talent on your team. I've been saying that since they lost that game. Y'all were all here. Oh, they're overrated. They shouldn't be in the playoffs. They lost their last game. Why should they get in? Ohio State is like that because my eyes work. I see the talent. I see Jeremiah. I see that defense. So when Ohio State wins this whole thing, it will prove my point that in previous years, when people were arguing about the 5th and 6th seed not getting in over that 4th seed, this proves that, hey, if that 5th and 6th team would have got in, maybe they would have won. Maybe they would have been the real best team. But hold on.
Did you hear what you just said?
You never know.
You heard what you said? You heard what you said. You literally just contradicted your whole argument, right?
I know exactly what I said.
You just said that in previous years, these teams wouldn't even have been in the tournament.
Yeah.
And then on the other side, you're going to say, this is why Notre Dame and Penn State are here, because they got to beat Penn State and Boise on the way there. So hold on. If they wouldn't have even been there last year, how now all of a sudden you just made my whole point, Smitty?
My point. You're not listening. You're listening, but you're not hearing. Ohio State just beat the number 1 team in the nation.
They won it out.
Hear me out. If this was the old format, Oregon's number 1 regardless in any fucking format because they're undefeated, number 1. They wouldn't even have played all in Ohio State in a 14 battle, which means Ohio State would have never even got the opportunity to revenge their loss, avenge their loss, and show who they really are.
No shit, that's how it was.
They didn't beat them. They
beat greatness works, homie.
They beat their ass.
That's
close. Like they watch Oregon, which proves that hey, this is who got me in the regular season. Don't mean you're a better team. So I like the fact that we're an opportunity to go out there in the playoffs, get hot.
You're making that fucking point, homie.
If the top dogs were really the top dogs, they would win then, homie. That's what I'm saying.
You're making my point. You do understand that, right? I don't understand. I don't know if you realize you're making my point completely. You've got full circle. Now, thanks, John, Team JB now. Thanks.
No, I'm not. Never in your team.
Holy shit. That's how it works, homie. That's how it's always worked. It used to be 1 versus 2 played. There was no fucking everyone gets an award.
We were missing out on great football because of that.
No, we weren't. Then it became a 14 playoff. Okay, that's how it worked for a long time. So then it was a computer BCS selection committee. Then it went to a committee. We picked 4. That's how it works, Smitty. We went through this last year argument with Kirk Herbstreit and Florida State being left out in Georgia and blah, blah, blah. We have all these arguments, you and I, about Alabama-Texas game, playing each other, head-to-head, blah, blah, blah. This is how it works. Now all of a sudden, you're sitting here arguing about SMU, Indiana, Boise State, and these mediocre-ass teams having a shot in the tournament that Penn State beat to be in this spot. So my whole point is Penn State would have never been in the tournament as they should have been. They should have been in one of these meaningless bowl games along with SMU, Boise State, and Indiana. And then you would have a real tournament, and it would have been ranked accordingly.
We would have had a shitty 14
State, Boise. Hold on. Not Arizona State, Boise getting a bye, homie.
Overrated Georgia, overrated Oregon. We would have had Who's the 4 teams? Who's the other 2 teams?
That's my point.
Who are the actual 4 teams this year?
Homie, are you not listening?
Who are the 4 actual at the end of the season?
You're literally making yourself look like a fool now. You're making yourself look a fool now.
I'm never looking like a fool.
Smitty,
I'm telling you that we would have solved a worse product. We wouldn't have solved the real team. We wouldn't have solved the real 4 teams. You know why? Because Ohio State wouldn't have been in there. Notre Dame wouldn't have been in there. That's the problem.
Georgia wouldn't have been in there either. That's my point.
You're missing my point. 2 of the teams that I predict that will be in the Natty, which is Notre Dame and Ohio State, probably wouldn't have even been in the top 4 playoffs, homie. And again, these are teams that are beating other good teams. These are teams that are your number 1 team that you love, Dan Lanning and Oregon, just got their ass beat by Ohio State, who's a team that wouldn't have even been in the ranking, proving my point that sometimes when you lose 2 or 3 games, that you still need an opportunity to get in, because when you use your eye test, you're still one of the best teams in it. And in the previous playoffs, we've missed out on Bama falling short and getting the 5th seed. Georgia a couple years, Ohio State a couple years, getting the 5th and 6th seed. And it's like, damn. It's been so many times. I'm like, man, if Ohio State would have got in this year, I think they would have won. If Bama would have got in this year, I think they would have won. But because we had the 14, we never even had a shot to even see the motherfuckers compete. That's all I'm trying to say. This format forces you to prove yourself. Okay, if SMU is shitty and Penn State is shitty and all the other teams are shitty, okay, beat their ass then. Beat their ass. Everything should play out the way it is. I agree with you. Oregon and Ohio State on paper shouldn't have played each other first. I agree with you on that. It reminds me in high school, I was the number 1 team in the state. We played against the number 2 team in the state in our sectional round, which is the early round of playoffs. We ended up losing. I was pissed off. I'm like, why are we playing them this early? I understand what you're saying. But at the end of the day, if we were the best team, we should have fucking beat them. If Oregon was the best team in the nation, they're undefeated, beat Ohio State again. No excuse. I'm not going to sit here and cry because you had a tough opponent in the first round.
In summary,
homie, that's football. It's man to man. You sound like a beta male right now. I'm an alpha.
In summary,
man to man, no excuse. I'm going to beat you. That's what it is.
In summary, Smitty wants everybody in the tournament. All things mediocre. Put everybody in. Ball State and everybody.
I said Ohio State and Notre Dame would be. I didn't say Georgia.
We should have a 132 team tournament.
Notre Dame.
132 team tournament.
Proving my
132 teams. Let's put them all in. Let's put 132 teams in. Smitty made my point. The chat agrees. You made my point. Thank you.
If the chat agrees, that's how I know I'm right. If the chat agrees with you,
they agree with you early. They agree with you early.
Respectfully,
not all of them. No, they was on your side, Smitty.
Your little fool who just likes to hang on your ball hairs and whatever you say.
They was on your side, homie. You didn't see? You didn't see?
I know I fucking want to.
You didn't see? They were on your side. They were on your side.
100 people who just say agree with everything you say. That don't prove nothing.
Smitty, they were on your side. And then you cooked yourself.
I'm not talking about the entire chat. I said you have your little crew of 100 people who agree with every single thing that you say, no matter what you say. You're looking at those comments and feeling like you won. When they agree with you, that's how I know I won.
Everybody was on Smitty's side. Everybody was on Smitty's side to start the whole rant. You were cooking. Everybody thought you were cooking, and then you cooked yourself and made my point.
I've been cooking. See, the difference between me and you need validation from other people to see if you won or not. I won because I know I won. Take that quote of the day. You need validation from other people to know if you won. I won because I know I won.
I know that's what that's called? Opinionated fact. That's another fact. It's fact when it's not.
I told you on the phone. I said I'm cooking you. I'm fucking you up this show because I'm in that mood today. I feel like fighting today for some reason. I feel like knocking out today.
When you're good, you tell everybody. When you're great, they tell you. I guess you're good. So anybody. Let's break down the quote of the day, brought to you by BetUS. The show is powered by BetUS, so make sure you understand it's brought to you by BetUS. Head on over there right now. Use a promo code CoachAB. Quote of the day, Smitty. Very interesting one. Pay close attention to those who don't clap when you win. Pay close attention to those who don't clap when you win. Like Smitty right now. Smitty right now is not clapping because I just won and he's not clapping. That's crazy. He don't understand. Huh?
I'm clapping for me because I won.
Fact.
You're not clapping.
Fact.
Hold on, never.
What?
Oh, never mind. Shout out to Matthew Mosley. I thought I knew him.
Who?
Nothing. Keep going. Matt
Oh,
Moses.
yeah, I'm not watching the chat. I'm not watching the chat. Contrary to belief, brought to you by Prize Picks. Smitty, this is truth. Contrary to belief, just so everybody out there is clear and understands, you can't teach loyalty. Just cannot. I can't teach you loyalty. I can sit down with a girl and say, listen, baby, you can't take every random dick you see. You're supposed to be loyal to me. I can't teach you.
Though?
Huh?
It depends. Are y'all in an actual relationship or is it a situationship, meaning there's no title?
I mean, I don't want that. That's one of the gayest terms I've ever heard. Situationship. Situationship. It might be one of the gayest terms I've ever heard.
You know what that means?
I don't want to know.
It's not a real word. Y'all are friends with benefits. You're probably like, she's your main, but there's no commitment. There's no title. There's no like, you're my actual girlfriend. There's no marriage. There's no ring. So you're free to do what you want. And technically speaking, she's free to do what she wants. But a lot of times the guy wants the girl to be loyal to him, but he can go sleep with whoever he wants to. But that's not working nowadays.
So you just said something that's an oxymoron. You said you're your main, but you see others. That doesn't make sense. That's not even a real thing. That's literally the definition of loyalty.
There's no title. I'm saying like people got like they main hoe. They got their main, like this my main one. Like, but we still ain't no title. You're not girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife. There's no ring. But this my main one. I fuck with the most.
Yeah, but that's not a real thing though. Still not a real thing. It's not a real thing. It's not your fucking wife or your
situationship. You know,
that's gay term. I would never say that word. If I ever said that word please slap the shit out of me, and I won't even retaliate to you. I want you to literally just slap me.
When you say gay term, just for clarity for me in the chat, what do you mean by that?
Gay is happy. I don't know if you know that.
Okay,
gay is happy. Like I say, you're as gay as a hummingbird because it's very happy. He's happy, yay, happy. That's like so. Gay and happy is very inclusive. Yeah, they're synonymous, but they're also very like they go hand in hand. And certain words and terms, like pronouns and certain things. Those are all gay terms. Those are gay terms. So like it's just happy go lucky. Everyone's happy. They can say anything. That word I just can't use. I almost want to throw up in my mouth. I almost want to throw up in my mouth right now thinking. Say the word again. The term or what is it? A term or a word?
Situationship.
What?
Situationship.
Is that in the dictionary?
I don't think that one. I think that's like super. Like that got made up a couple years ago. I think. I haven't like.
That's probably what I would say words that are in the dictionary.
But my thing, Jason, is this though.
Darnell, I don't know if you realize that's not a real word.
If the word just means
decommit.
You're defining it as a happy word.
Let me type it in your phone and see if you get a red line underneath it. Can you put in situationship and see if it puts a red line underneath it?
Yeah,
because I know, like Ebonics, I'm from the hood. I grew up in the hood and shit, but we would have never said that word because that word is just we would have got beat down. We would have got jumped out of the gang or the hood if we would have said that word.
No red line, homie.
No red line. So it just spelled it right out. It spelled it right out.
Yeah.
Say thoroughbred again?
Thoroughbred.
Huh?
Thoroughbred.
I can't clarify. I can't hear it right. Say it again. 2 words.
Thorough and then bread.
Thoroughbred. You gotta add the U, homie. You got a lot of O in there. U, thorough.
I like more O's than U's though.
I know, but that's just BPS. We got to get to the real word.
I like O. Like think about every O. Like every O is just like it's a positive. So I'm more of an O. You're more of a U. Like you're more of a cuffer. So that's that's different.
Nah, every O I know has a N first. No. Or a loss. L-O. Or there's no O in win, homie. There's no O in yes. So I don't know. Every O I know is a no. So
there are 2 L's in million.
Yeah, exactly. So I take a few L's, but I end up making a million. See, there's no O though. Only at the end of a million. So anyway, we got a lot going on. Poll question, Smitty. I got to ask you because it's Free Game Friday. It already started off with a banger. It's Free Game Friday, and I'm gonna straight up ask the chat, and I'm gonna ask Smitty, and I don't want to hear no fucking long roundabout fucking thing. Just keep it fucking 100. I need women to participate. Who cheats more, men or women? I don't want to hear no other shit about it out there, ladies. I need you to respond. Who cheats more, men or women? I need to know. Because I got to.
It's men. I'm gonna be honest. It's men.
God damn this motherfucker, man.
I gotta be. It's the realest show on planet Earth. I can't lie. Realest show on planet Earth. I put my glasses on for this one. Realest show on planet Earth. It's the truth. I cannot lie.
I had 4 women tell me women cheat more. Not even close.
Come on. So that's all you need was 4 women. You good? Like
no. It's just ironic. It's ironic that I asked 4 women, and they all told me in a row 4 for 4, and I was like, damn, really? And then I Googled it, and it said men. So then I'm like, all right, so Google says men. 4 for 4 on the women's side said women do. I said, really? Why, ladies? Why would you tell me you guys cheat more than men? Because you'll never know about it. God damn. Homie, that's all I need to hear. That's the fucking fact, homie. Women are more cheat. They're bigger cheaters. They're better at it. They're quieter. They know how to do it. They can wipe their shit. But see, you're not getting past me, homie. Because I got the earwax test and I can smell that thing. And remember, if you ain't using a rubber, then it's an out the door thing. I know it right out the gate. If you do use a rubber, I'm gonna smell that on you too.
But they gonna shower before they get to you though.
Don't matter. Shower don't help, homie. I'm just telling you right now. I know. I used to be a home runner. Okay. I know.
I don't use a what?
Huh?
I don't know. You used to be a what exactly? Like, what was your job title?
Hey, can you hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Use a track runner? Use a what runner? A hoe runner?
What?
What is that?
I said I used to watch the Road Runner growing up, homie, on cartoon.
I used to watch that too on Cartoon Network. But nah, man, listen, chat. Everybody in the chat, Smitty. Nah, bro. I think it's like 55-45. It's close. I think more. 55%, 45%. Like if I had to like do like a down the middle. Down the middle. Is
that even 100? Is that even 100?
55-45. Is it? Yeah. 55-45. 55-45. 55-45. Listen, homie. Think about it though.
I got to really think about it.
They gotta cheat on you. They gotta cheat with you with somebody else. So a lot of times, like both sides is cheating. A lot of times, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times,
70% women. The chat says 70% towards are women. Yeah, that's what it said. That's what Bailey said.
Here. Let me see the women.
No. The chat said. The chat said women. The chat said women are 70%.
Women are better cheaters, but men cheat more. I agree with Jazzy on that. Women are better, but men do it more.
Isn't that like the point of these 4 broads that told me that we'll never know though? Isn't that like what? Just imagine. Let's say you're 55%. Mm-hmm. Or I'm sorry, you're 45%. We don't know the other. How do we not? Like, think about it. It could be 85%. We don't know because Lucy and them said you'll never know.
But Lucy don't cheat. Lucy's super faithful, so she don't even know.
I'm just saying. She's saying though that she's first of all she said that the poll question's flawed. Second of all, I don't know what she means by that. I need to get clarification. She's a social worker. She's in the brain. She's in your mind. She's working you.
How you know that?
How do I know what?
All that information about Lucy. How you know she's a social worker? She's you said her age, her birthday. How you know all that information?
I didn't say any of that. I said because she's always in here. She knows. She's told us what she is.
Okay, continue.
Social worker.
Okay, continue.
So, in that, having said that, Lucy, I think you're understanding this thing. No, the whole chat is 70-30, not the women. There's not 70-30 women to men ratio. It's the chat right now. 3,000 people total. That's all I'm saying. They have voted 70%, 30% women cheat more.
You know the easy way to just figure this out? Everybody in the chat that's in a relationship right now, put yes if you cheat, put no if you don't cheat. Do it right now. Women and men, just do it. Ain't no your spouse don't watch the show, they're not gonna see it.
You gotta do that.
We gotta be real. Our fans gotta be real too. Don't lie.
Who's gonna do that?
If you cheat, put a yes in the chat. If you don't cheat, put no. Do not fucking lie. Your spouse is not watching. Be real. Gene said no. He's definitely not Gene.
Let me. See, I'm a deep diver.
Eddie said,
that's what
Eddie. Fuck.
That's what she said, by the way. I'm a deep diver.
Eddie said yes.
So let me deep dive into this.
Eddie cheat. Damn.
Let me deep dive.
TJ cheat.
Eddie not smart enough not to say no.
Yeah, he don't even know. He confused right now. He don't even know what he just did.
He think he's actually on the right side. He just told himself his girl's leaving him right now. So,
hey, homie, people just keeping it real though.
Oh, yeah. I'm supposed to keep it real. Motherfucker, his girl fucking packing his shit.
Right, he got his face on this motherfucker. Just I cheat. I'm sorry, that's just hilarious to me, homie. That's hilarious. I'm sorry. But he got his picture and said, "Yeah, I cheat."
Homie, this motherfucker just telling his motherfucking self. Homie, hold up. Hey, Big Keith, you in here? Do you cheat with G Wizzle? Hey, listen, let me ask you something. Let me do a deep dive, though.
All right.
If your spouse has passed away.
Oh, shit.
No. Listen to this. I'm going to flip this on a real deep conversation, Lucy. Hope you're listening, Lucy.
Yeah, Lucy.
If your spouse, let's say the man's spouse, the woman, passes away. Mm-hmm. And let's say a woman on the other side's man passes away. They were husband and wife. Who's quicker to bounce back and go fuck for the first time a new person? Is the woman quicker to go to the new man, or is the man quicker to go to the new woman? That will clarify this whole who cheats more thing. I'm just keeping it funky. That is the way to know.
That's a hell of a question right there. In that scenario, I think it's the woman. It's the quicker one to go.
They cheat more, homie. And you made my fucking point.
Because women be like emotional. I just lost my husband. I'm just sad. I just
not emotional. You know what it's about? They already got a motherfucker lined up.
Background?
They already got a dude lined up, homie. That's how they work.
So they was planning for this shit.
It's not planning. It's not a plan. It's always it's an ongoing fucking thing.
What?
Come on, homie. Free Game Friday, homie. I'm fucking teaching women game out here. Lucy? No, Jazzy. Lucy and Jazzy gonna be the two women in here trying to fight it. No, they don't. How many women at the funeral, Smitty? At the funeral. Oh, Lucy, I'm so sorry for your loss. Ooh. And they all Philly, touchy like a motherfucker. And if you need anything, Lucy, here's my number. Don't feel free to call me anytime. Now the guys, it's game hit. I'm a fuck. The girl, vulnerable, play the game. See what come on, homie. The women are the first one.
I tell them.
And you know what the cold part is?
What?
I'm about to drop even more cold facts.
Keep going.
The one they bounced back with was the husband's homie.
Oh. Fuck.
I hate to be right all the time, homie. I hate to be right with the 12-team playoff. I hate to be right with watered-down football. I hate to be right with bad quarterback play. I hate to be right with the Chiefs' queendom and Patrick Mahomes being awful, not even a Pro Bowler. I hate to be right about all this shit, but it's hard truth, and it don't matter who tells the truth, Smitty. The truth is the truth. TRUF, truth. That's the problem, homie. The man of the homie's boy is the one who fucks first, Lucy.
To that point, I got one more question. I know we all over the place. This was a question. It was a debate like a couple years ago. If your homie was married to like a lady, right? Your homie unfortunately passes away. So your wife is here. You know, she has a kid by herself that she has to raise. The question is, do you think that dead homie, and I know my answer immediately, but this is good, this is for the chat. You think the dead homie, if they could talk, would they prefer you, would they prefer you to get with his wife and like take care of her because he can trust you and know you're a good man and all that? Or would they prefer her to get with some random dude who it's a roll of the dice? We don't know. I know it sounds like, for me, I don't want my homie being with I don't care if I'm dead or not. I don't want my homie being with my girl. I'm petty, call what you want. But on the other side, it's like, well, damn, this is my homie, he a good dude, good job, he gonna take care of her, he gonna do this, that, and the third. Is there a world where you like,
you don't ask no more? You don't even gotta ask no more. Fuck no. You know why? You know why? Because that means he was already creeping on my bitch. He was already on my bitch. He was already willing to fuck. He was already down to fuck.
See, Danny said, "Who cares? You're dead." But you understand what I'm saying, though? Like, it's like if you know your dude's an actual good dude, and if you really love your woman and you want the best for your woman, it shouldn't even matter. Like, you just want the best for her. And if your homie is the best,
I couldn't fuck my homeboy's ex-girl wife.
100%. I'm just posing the question. I 100% couldn't do it. I thought no.
You told me though. You told me that you.
I don't lie. I don't do that.
I'm just fucking around with Smitty. I couldn't do it. Like I couldn't do it. I couldn't be like Smitty's. You know how Smitty he makes love. Remember? Get it, baby. Get this. You know how Smitty said he does it?
How it sound?
Oh, get there. I was like, nah, he make love. I don't make love. I just fuck. So I was like, no way I could just fuck the homie's girl that I used to go over and she's a sister, by the way, who made me potato salad.
Damn.
Contrary to belief, remember, white folks are supposedly the only ones that don't make potato salad. So I was like, she made me potato salad, and then now I'm hitting, and then I can't do it. I couldn't look at it because I'm gonna look at my homeboy's face.
Keith Smith said, "I'd get his blessing first before he died." But Keith, that wouldn't make sense because if he alive, why the fuck you even asking anyway? Like they still together.
Because Keith is not smart. He's one of the most retarded cats in the room. Let's keep it honest. Can you call your fucking homie out and say what the real?
I can't do it publicly. That's still my cousin.
You got to publicly do it. You got to do it. I mean, family is the quickest people to stab you in the back. So let them know.
That when your best work, Keith. That when your best work.
Just titties flopping. Just keep walking the room. This is his titties. Just keep walking the room like, hey, Darnell, I know we're homies, but can I talk to your girl? Can I ask her, if you pass away, is it okay if I take care of you and try to fuck? What? Kid, do you realize what you said, homie? You went and got the blessing while the fucking homie's alive at the barbecue? You fucking idiot.
JB, we're going to dive back into this free game a little later. I like doing free game on Fridays, but let's get a little football topic in before we go to our first break, man. So back to college football. I don't know if you guys saw this, but during the Georgia game, man, Georgia was given a sideline interference penalty after the official collided with number 39 Parker Jones, who's a Georgia DB who's not suited up.
He's a what?
A Georgia DB who's not suited up. He's not. Look at him. He's not playing.
The black guy in the red? The black guy right there?
Hold on, Bailey. Bailey, come in. 39's a DB, homie?
See, motherfuckers just be saying shit. They don't listen. We got a real show, man.
Hold on, Bailey. 39's a DB?
No, that you said it. You said it. That's why I kept stopping you.
He is a corner. It's the truth.
Was I lying or something? He's literally.
Look at the video, Bailey. He look like a damn walk.
No, I'm talking about Smitty. Smitty was reading the thing verbatim, and he said DB, and I just stopped it.
Yeah, but it was the truth though.
I don't care. It's not the truth. Let's stop.
No. Bailey just confirmed it. He's a corner. He's a DB.
I get all that. It's not the truth. Stop.
So what is he then? A walk-on offensive guard?
It's not the truth. Stop.
What is he then? Tell me his position.
What kid out there on that field is he covering?
I mean, he's 190, 5'11", good size.
Who's he covering?
Georgia.
Who's he covering?
Fucking Julio, all the top, Jamar, all the top dogs, like the top guys.
He's not covering no one. There's a reason he's on the sideline too, in jeans. And let's be honest, is that Pat McAfee?
He got the long sleeve, homie. Hold on, man. No. There's no way he's a corner for real though. I'm not trying to be funny.
Right there, McAfee, right there.
Oh, that literally is McAfee. Why are you so hyped for Georgia?
So hold on, homie. First of all, it's a shit show.
That's a lot going on right here.
That's way too much. I would never allow all that shit on my sideline. Now, I'm not knocking Kirby. Kirby's a fucking legend. I'm not going to say nothing about his sideline, but I'm just telling you that for me, that's way too it's too tight. Fuck
look at the brother right there behind McAfee.
I thought that was the DB.
Why?
Huh?
That ain't Pat McAfee. What? That is
I know. You gotta keep it with the banter, homie. No, we know he's not Pat
He
fucking
young,
McAfee.
he young. But 39 though, ain't no way he's a corner.
Hold on, no, homie. If anybody in this chat really thinks that we're serious, that we think that's Pat McAfee, you need to dememorize yourself. That's probably not a word. Dememorize your motherfucking self and get the fuck out of here. That means you literally have no sense of humor. You need to get the fuck out of the show. Holy shit. These motherfuckers in here are like, JB, that ain't McAfee. That's cap. Holy shit, homie. Like, I can't even fucking joke on a free game Friday because you serious motherfuckers who will go on Twitter later on with a fake profile and your mama's picture, and now all of a sudden you're about facts. You fucks, get out of here, you fucking nobodies. Anyway.
Can we break down who 39 is, though? I'm intrigued.
I have no idea. I don't care. He shouldn't be on the football field at Georgia. He shouldn't be in a jersey. He should be the guy that's an analytic over the girl at Oregon. But that's a whole nother ball game. This is the guy that should be that guy, not a player.
Jones. He should be like
Parker Jones. Come on, man. That sounds like a fucking sitcom, like a show, or
he should be handling like my taxes here next month. Like he's being accountant. Parker Jones.
I'm gonna be honest. This guy is he's not. If he's a corner at Georgia, then we got a problem.
I'm not gonna be mean to this kid. He probably a good kid. Shout out to PJ. They probably call him PJ. I'm sure they call him PJ or the teammates do. Probably a good dude. He probably gained some weight because he probably got injured. Because he looks slimmer right here. Right here, he could be a safety. I'm gonna go on an island, I guess.
Yep. I would say his dad is probably funding Kirby on a backdoor deal, or he's got he's the one with the yacht and the private jet. His daddy, he probably has a hedge fund, and by default, you're on the team. Let's go. That's just what I would think, because he'll never play.
But think about it though. This caused a flag right during the game.
That's my point. So and then he was in the back, they put him on timeout, homie. They put him on timeout. Did you see him? They put him in the back.
Have him in the corner holding books over his head.
They had him in the back. He was in the back, like looking horribly sad, homie.
What would you do though if you're the head coach, right? If you're Kirby and like,
he'd be out there. I'd have booted that motherfucker. I'd have motherfucked him. I'd have booted the fuck out of him. Look at this motherfucker.
Oh, Bailey, I wish we had some sad instrumental underneath.
Look at him.
Motherfucking sad.
What's that emoji? The moment you find out the moment you realize you've done fucked up.
Yeah.
the moment you realize you've done fucked up. Man, have that fucking with the glasses, the Snoop Dogg. No, I'm just saying, homie, I'll be like, but anyway, I'd have booted him. Now, the only thing is, like, again, to my point, who is his daddy? Because he didn't get booted either. So Kirby's like, it's okay. The daddy must be the motherfucker. I would look up a Jones at the Georgia Collective, and I bet you there's a Jones on that motherfucker.
For sure. He's a top dog. He's funding all this. Their bowl gift, everything.
And he got a number that a lot of cats wanted.
39, right.
Somebody wanted 39. The kicker or somebody that plays wanted 39, and they didn't get it. 39 is this motherfucker.
He don't even work out with the team. He just owned the team. Like by name. He don't do nothing.
He don't do nothing. Motherfuckers in the front row in the meetings and shit. Cats like, who the fuck is this? Like, this motherfucker, I'm telling you.
He don't do 110, JB. He don't do no squats, no PRs.
No, he don't do nothing. He don't do shit.
Well, shout out to 39, man. Shout out to him, man. So
another motherfucking DEI. You talking?
Who I got to add Mark?
What are you doing, homie?
Hold on, Bailey, add this in because I'm trying to. Can you add this in and then jump in and get some context? I'm trying to read.
Wait, what are you guys talking about? I'm lost.
If I were him, I'd be buying crying. Who I got to add? Oh, they dog. Oh, so Bailey, correct if I'm wrong. So Bailey showed me something in our little private chat. Is that a group chat of women of a sorority at Georgia trolling him? Is that what I'm understanding? Are they like trolling him for being like?
Okay, can you guys give our fucking 3,000 people what's going on? Because I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The audio listeners and for our viewers here on YouTube and Twitter. So Bailey behind the scenes just sent me this little screenshot. It's a group chat. That's what it looks like of, I believe, like a sorority, right? At Georgia, I'm assuming. And it's a group chat of a sorority at Georgia. Sorority, 2 R's, sorority at Georgia. It says the Tea House. So at the top, a nice lady named Lisa Owen says, so who was going to type in SAE group chat and troll Parker Jones? And then Gracie Fields responded and said, Lisa, you do it. And then Emily Taylor said, if I were him, I'd be bawling, crying. And then who was that? I can't see. Is that Romy? I think it's Romy. Who all got an ad from Parker Jones last week? Laughing face emoji, laughing face emoji, laughing face emoji. So listen, this is a rumor. We don't know if it's 100% true. But what does SAE stands for? This is the SAE.
So, who's the fat white bitch with the zits on her face? Who's the fat with the mouth open, the gog? I'm just asking, who's that? Is that who's typing?
This whole thing confusing. I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know.
Who's the big bitch with she's got a bunch of like marks on her face? I'd assume that's probably like what, zits or whatever. She's in college. I don't know. Like, time out, homie. What's going on? So is this Tea House or Tea House is the group?
Tea House is the name of the group chat, and I'm assuming it's probably like their sorority or something. Like,
is that Liza?
The Thought House or something. You know what I mean? The Thought House.
Is that Liza?
It could be Liza. I said Lisa.
Liza, sweetie. Liza, sweetheart. Listen, you should jump on and go find Parker and suck his dick from the back and just appreciate Parker Jones for giving you this platform and understanding that you are an absolute fucking nobody. You're 350 from what I can see, and that's from the belly button up. And I don't even know what your calves and shit look like. I'm sure the motherfuckers are humongous. You should jump all over Parker. Parker is now a legend. Parker is now on everybody's show. He's going to be on McAfee today. He's going to be on ESPN, Liza. Jump on Parker's nutsack right now. And Parker's daddy is literally funding the whole thing, according to Big Smitty's, his sources. So make sure you go get on Parker right the fuck now. Stop trying to talk shit and clown. And let me just be honest, Bailey, keep that on there. Smitty, take your motherfucking shirt off and take a look at this. What does it say on the top? Can you please read it again and then take the S off before the AE?
Oh, Liza Owen says, so who is going to type in the AE group chat and troll Parker Jones?
What up, what up, what up, man? This is a proud new sponsor of the Coach JB Show with Big Smitty, and it is First Round Performance.
Yeah.
Make sure you head on over to firstroundperformance.com. We got the merch, the gear. They are top-notch company.
High quality, JB. All about the quality here. Workout gear, exclusive gear. What's that right there, JB?
By the way, nobody else in the country or the world has this short right here. You can put this short on. It helps your back. It helps your hamstrings, helps your quads as you work out.
What?
You can wear these right underneath your workout shorts or what have you. It's kind of like a girdle, but very, very comfortable. Shorts Against Syndrome. It's SAFS. Go head on over there and check it out. First Round Performance.
JB, they got workout bands. They got ankle weights.
What's this?
What's in that box?
Yo, kind of good.
It's our first time seeing this.
What's this?
I'm nervous. What's that?
A 40-yard dash electric timer. You can go get your workout on with the light and the strobe, the whole deal. Firstroundperformance.com.
Oh, you just turned it on, JB.
Bam.
You want that smoke?
Go check it out.
I know you ain't trying to race me,
I might
JB.
race Smitty and smoke him.
You ain't trying to race me. You scared of that life.
Yeah, this is the real deal. You guys got to go check it out. Firstroundperformance.com. Head on over there. Proud new sponsor of the Coach JB Show.
This is nice, JB.
With Big Smitty. And
all this is mine, right?
hell yeah. Listen, their premium gear, including the revolutionary SAFS shorts I just showed you, are expertly designed by a leading orthopedic surgeon to align your hips and relieve your pain. It is trusted by athletes and active individuals alike, whether you are pushing your limits with their high-quality resistance bands, as Smitty just showed you, or boosting recovery with the powerful dual-spectrum red light therapy devices that I just showed you. First Round Performance delivers the tools needed to stay at the top of your game. Whether aiming for peak performance or simply wanting to live pain-free, they've got you covered. Visit firstroundperformance.com or shop on Amazon today. They just launched their AmazonStore.com, their Amazon store. This is out there, First Round Performance on Amazon. And so go help them out and grab some performance gear today. And please feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions.
Yes, sir.
Go First Round.
Go First Round, baby.
The promo code will be Coach JB. So check that out and head on over there today.
Get right, baby. First Round, the highest quality.
First Round Performance, go get you some merch.
Ooh, I like this shirt. I like this shirt, JB.
Peace.
Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now is a man who has spoke to every single NCAA college football 2025 team seemingly on the internet. From Last Chance U, national champion, Coach JB.
Yeah, Coach.
What's up, gentlemen?
Coach, just great car, great stick. Thank you for pulling off to the side of the road. Hope you don't get killed here. Honestly, the side of the road, LA, I assume that's not necessarily the safest place on earth. So we'll make this quick. How do you feel about all of these new coaches now in this NCAA college football 2025 game using your speeches to motivate these boys from one side of the country to the other, Coach?
I feel broke.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. Can I get like a royalty or something? Like, Netflix already screwed me. I'm getting screwed by EA Sports now too? Like, holy shit. I hit him up. I reached out to him like, hey, trying to be cordial and nice. I'm a nice guy, you know me.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, EA Sports, maybe I can actually be your video guy, the actual do a real video instead of using my name, image, and likeness.
Oh, shit.
And maybe I can get a little piece of the pie, but nah, it's all right. Just keep sharing my 500 million views of it.
I don't mean to laugh at you, but obviously you are a hilarious, miserable person, and this is kind of is how it goes.
Hey, Pat, I was actually chilling. My back went out yesterday, so I didn't even do my show today. So I just left my chiropractor, and I'm waiting on this damn cigar company to open. They're late, of course. I mean, come on.
Shit.
Okay, so life is good. Last question for me, because I know the last time we talked to you, you had not watched the Netflix series Last Chance U. You said that. You said, I've not watched it, but obviously you've heard from everybody. Now, do you see some clips that come across your way? You're like, I don't remember saying that. And then all of a sudden, oh, I killed that. And do you judge your clips whenever you see them? You're like, I murdered that one.
Nah. a broad came over to the house the other day, and I didn't really want to watch Netflix with her and chill. But she wanted to watch the show. So we watched one episode.
Okay.
And I'm like, I can't watch this.
Okay.
And she was like, oh my God. I'm like, I don't want to watch this. It was the first scene of the cow scene or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, they only made about $4 billion off my name on this shit. I'm not watching Netflix either. So I'm spiteful right now, Pat. I don't want to watch Netflix. I don't want to watch EA Sports video game. I'm like, man, and I can't even get 40,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel.
Well, you're going to the moon. We appreciate the hell out of you, Coach. Hopefully it'll get figured out, and we know the Netflix and chill thing, what that leads to. Bad backs, chiropractors. We appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, Coach JB.
Yeah, Coach.
Yeah, it's time to go. Light up a stick, sip some yak, do what you do. Smitty's going to hop in here right now with me, and I got inside information that this is what happened after the Parker Jones situation in the locker room with Kirby Smart. Take a look.
Oh, man, this is deep. They choked his ass in the locker room, JP.
That was Kirby at that motherfucker at halftime.
He's like, stop, Curb. He was like, stop, Curb. My dad's going to take his money. And Curb let go.
That's what I would have done to that motherfucker. I'd have choked the shit out of Parker Jones. And hey, Gog, you better go get that motherfucker, Liza. I'm just telling you right now, homie. You better go get that motherfucker, Liza.
Before we move on, is this a dude or a girl, you think?
What the fuck is an AEGC?
They're new to the shows. So AE is a type of physical pleasure.
I would love to hear this explanation. Please let everyone know what AE is.
AE, without getting kicked off YouTube, AE is a type of physical pleasure that my co-host, Jason Brown, Coach JB, as you all know him, loves to receive from his female acquaintances. AE is just something that it's a type of massage that uses the tongue in order to relax the male in a unique way. That's the best way I can describe it. GC is just group chat, Courtney. It is just group chat. So AE group chat is a physical pleasurement group chat.
Not bad overall.
How would you explain it? How would you now flip it? How would you describe, like, answer the same question?
She eats my ass. Ass eater. AE. So anyway, let's move on to the next part of the show. Smitty, I think there's a part of the show now that it's going to get a little spicy and dicey.
Yeah, let me read this rundown, man. So
why you so distraught? Why you get so distraught? Why you get so like down with your voice? Why does your voice drop and get low and shit like that?
I know where it's about to go. So Holly Rowe, long-time college football sideline reporter, women's basketball reporter, just ESPN reporter in general. Let me show the video.
Like you to meet. I'm Liz McKenna. And she is an analyst for defense for the Oregon Ducks. We need more women in coaching football. Yeah. Tell me, what do you contribute to this team and how cool is that?
I just help out with the outside linebackers room, some of the defensive line. I help make meetings, do cut-ups, just kind of get the players, get the information they need, opponent intros, all that good stuff.
So you caught my eye because we were at Oregon's practice and you were so organized and getting guys on scout, getting their pennies, their jersey. Yeah. Like you were on top of it. That's how you caught my eye. So women in football, hello, they can do it.
Yes, for sure.
I love it, man. I mean, what she's doing for the team isn't like, it's fine. She's making cut ups. She's basically what an analyst is to me, and correct me if I'm wrong, the way I look at analyst, because we didn't have analysts when I was playing. So to me, analyst is just like another word for GA, except you don't have to take classes, I think, as an analyst. But it's almost like an extension of being in GA. So you're doing, like she said, she's doing film cut ups. She's basically an assistant to the coach, to the defense coordinator, whatever he needs. If he needs some coffee, if he needs some cut ups, if players need like just any little like busy work that the coach don't feel like doing, the analyst goes and do. I don't see a problem with that. But I obviously the whole chat knows where Jason's about to go with this. The whole chat. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass it to you. I see your facial expression, your sign, taking a deep breath, you're stretching, you're rubbing your mouth, rubbing your chest. You're doing a lot of shit to try to stay calm. So I'm gonna let you jump in. What's your take on that video and seeing that young lady be an analyst for Oregon and Coach Lanning, who you support and who you love?
Don't say that. Don't start with that. Just because
what
you cut out. Anyway,
Coach Lanning, who you love and support.
Yeah, don't use that so I don't go in. That's
no, I didn't do what you're gonna say. I'm just saying, Coach Lanning, Dan Lanning's your guy.
I'm going to preemptively text him right now before this, so it's out there. I'm going to text Dan right now. Just remember, there's 3 coaches that are on his staff that coach for me at Indy.
I know.
So I'm going to be clear. I want to make sure that all my boys know where I'm going with it because they already know me.
Text Coach Lanning, but read to us what you're texting word for word so we know what you're texting first, please.
Still got it as Dan Lanning, Georgia. But anyway. Hey, brother, I'm about to – oh, sorry. Hey, bro, I'm about to go in on the young lady that you were probably forced to hire. So take no offense. You know me. How the fucking light? You can't even see it. I just want to make sure everyone knows.
You say wrong number. You should have showed us that. Say wrong number, homie. Dang, you should have deleted that first.
No, it doesn't. Shut the hell up. But anyway, they can't even see where it says.
Well, we did it first. We can't see it. If you hold it still long enough, it'll clear up. Just stop showing it. Stop showing it. Base said stop. Base said stop. Base said stop. Yeah. You're still doing it. Base said stop.
Anyway, well, it doesn't show his number. Anyway, I want to be clear. That's what I said. So let's dive into it.
Turn me off screen.
Clarify it. Make sure you let everybody know on the audio side that it doesn't say wrong number, so they don't think you're trolling me.
No, it don't say wrong number. Audio listeners, we're playing around. We're good.
It don't show the numbers, Bailey. I wouldn't.
Yeah, it don't show the number. It don't show the number.
It shows the name. All right, so let's be clear. I want to first address everybody in the chat that has absolutely no knowledge of coaching or understanding of what this job entails. I want to please understand that all you need to shut the fuck up. You do not know what an analyst is. Smitty as well, he was very, very wrong with his analytic review of what an analyst is as well. So Smitty's wrong on what he said an analyst is.
And that's why I asked you to correct me, because I did not have an analyst when I played.
Yeah. He assumed what it is. And then I saw Gorjan and a lot of these other cats in the chat assume that they think they know. And they said it's basically a GA. And I love how casual random fucks just go out there and it's just a GA. Motherfucker, you don't know anything. And you're just randomly acting as if you do, which is the most embarrassing part of this. And I want to be clear. I want to do a symposium. I want to do a fucking clinic on the chat that knows nothing, that thinks they absolutely know everything. That's what I really want to do a clinic on. Because a lot of you just should shut the fuck up. You have no clue what an analyst does or is. Number one, analysts now are making 6 figures at a lot of places. I don't know if this young lady, makes money like that, but it is Oregon. They do have Nike, and I do have a lot of money. I know she makes some money. They are not grad assistants. Let's clarify. Mm-hmm. Analysts are actually hired to analyze everything that they do. And they are specifically analyzing and doing analytics in specific parts of the game plan for a OC or a DC or the head coach. So let's be clear. It's so clear that I'm going to give you insight like I said I would that no one else will give you. And Bailey, let's share what job descriptions I have put together for analysts.
Educate, matriculate, and graduate.
Oh yeah, Smitty, my bad. Let me start there. Bailey, let's start in the beginning so everybody knows what I'm doing here. I'll just use it like this. Let's start with the beginning. This is a coach's manual that I use for my staff, okay? And there's probably some things on here I don't want you to see, but it's okay. So this is a coaching-wide deal. This is a policy and approach to football. I just want to give everybody what it is. Definition of recruitment. I'm not going to give you guys too much. You can screenshot all you want. By the way, if you notice this right here, I don't ever want to hear the word bitch out of our mouths towards players. Notice that little nuance right there, people? I don't know if you know that. But anyway, let's move on. Our program goals: educate, matriculate, graduate. This is something I'm giving free game away. I don't want to give to. This is 2020, obviously. There's some things in here that I probably don't want you to see, but it's okay. This is the winter and the spring goals. Don't be a guy, be the guy. This is towards my staff, Smitty. Hey, this is illegal, but guess what? $500 for most quality signees, $250 for big time. This is incentives at the best of the bottom, just so you know. Don't worry about that, guys. Philosophy of me. This is my philosophy, Smitty. So you guys are getting some insight that no one else will get. Now, we'll keep moving on. This is a very in-depth thing. It's 100 pages, by the way. So
that's too much.
Yeah, now this is an 8-hour meeting with my staff. Yeah, you're going to be all in or fucking all out. So these are team rules and guidelines. There's a non-negotiables. Here's what coaching means, Smitty. There are no excuses in football, Smitty. None. We are judged by wins and losses and by how many players we graduate and produce scholarships for. There can only be one head coach. You are on this staff because I trust and believe in you. And you will grind. You will outwork our opponents and do a better job than anyone else in the country, or you will be fired. So anyway, that's me. Coaching continued, blah, blah. Rules and discipline, Smitty. This is everything. Teaching and coaching progression, Smitty. Show it, draw it, walk it, do it. Period. That's simple. That's how you're supposed to coach. Stop doing all this extra shit. Now, here's daily duties and expectations. Yeah, 5:15 staff workouts. My staff worked out together, Smitty. We worked out in the gym. Fuck yeah, we did. We played basketball or we lifted together. Fucking right. Yeah. Yeah. It wasn't easy to come be on my staff, motherfucker. Motherfucker's not there.
Staff is basically players. Fuck's going on?
And then at 6 we have team meeting.
JB got these motherfuckers running 110s before the meeting. JB, 31-10s. If you fucking miss, you're fired. You
by the way, 4 quarters.
110 untimed. You're fired.
By the way, I'm the original
coordinator, offensive coordinator, the O-line coach.
I'm the originator.
Fired.
I'm the originator of 4 quarters, by the way. It doesn't mean 4 quarters of a football game. It means 4 quarters of the year, because that's what it is. When we talk about fiscally and other things, we have 4 quarters, right? So there's our 4 quarter. That's what we do. But anyway, you see a lot of people throwing up these 4 quarter shit. Well, they started from me, including UCLA, but we're not going to go there. Here's what my staff responsibilities were. All that. This is all me, Smitty. And then that's the DC. This is the O-line coach. This is the special teams coordinator, his job responsibilities. This is the offensive assistant QB coach. That's his job responsibility. There's a D-line assistant, not the D-line coach, Smitty. That's the D-line assistant. Okay? So everybody has their job description. Everybody knows where they're going.
Ooh, FAFSA.
Linebacker coach. Linebacker coach, and guess what else? FAFSA. That means he's the coordinator of financial aid.
I like that.
Everybody has a coordinator, the assistant, the title. It's a wideout coach, but he's also the assistant video coordinator. Offensive assistant, running back coach. And then that's what he does. Oh, shit. What is this?
Defensive analyst.
All right, Smitty, let's read it. You read it. You're such a much better reader than me.
Oh, you got so much text on here. Let me see.
Yeah, I blew up my screen, Smitty. You can hit the big thing on your screen. Hit the little box on the bottom right. The little box. The little box. You can make it bigger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, fire, huh? I got that. I don't even look at the chat no more. Go ahead, Smitty. Let's read this.
Okay, staff responsibilities, defensive analyst / academic study hall coordinator. Okay, boom. Improve daily in all aspects of our program. That's a very broad, just improve. Responsible for a special teams assigned by coordinator. Study
by the
hall,
special team coordinator, right? By the special team coordinator. Yeah.
Team coordinator, excuse me. Yep.
Now
Study
she's
hall,
the special. Yep.
Study
She's the
hall
study hall
coordinator. So it says direct times and dates for staff to do study hall daily. Assist with film breakdown and opponent scout.
Which that young lady said she does, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Monitor grades daily. Now that's more on the academic side.
Mm-hmm.
Meeting room setup coordinator. Schedule all classes, theater, meeting rooms for meetings per position, team groups, etc. Co-on campus visit coordinator. So I guess that's probably when recruits come visit. You got to kind of help manage it. Okay. Assist with dorms. Graphic design coordinator. You got to make graphics. Motherfucker got to be good in the Photoshop.
Yeah, Smitty, this is JUCO, homie. This ain't D1. This broad's going to work for me. Go ahead, Smitty. Keep going, homie.
You got to learn Photoshop. You got to do the dorm.
Fucking right. That's why. Guess what? By the way, only 13 coaches are coaching D1 because I made them do this, but it's all right. Go ahead. Keep going.
Assist in other areas assigned by Coach Brown.
That leaves my shit open. Now you fucked up. Other areas, motherfucker. Go get fucking Freddie out of jail.
Right.
All right, keep going. Now read the breakdown of what she's about to do. This is the defensive analyst position. Now this is a 4-year title. This is what you see at Oregon, Alabama, Georgia, because guess what? Coach Lannings and Sabins of the world and Sarks of the world, I took their descriptions and how their universities did it, and I molded it into my own for JUCO purposes.
Right. Got you.
So this is coming from a Power 5 institution that I molded in to a JUCO scenario. So just so you know, take what you can, chat, and people watching out of this that is coming from the young lady at Oregon. So go ahead, Smitty, read this.
The football analyst position reports to the respective coordinator, defensive and special teams. The football analyst is directly responsible for assisting the football staff with their practice and game preparation, as is permissible under NJC
This would be
rules and regulations.
It would be NCAA rules.
Right.
Okay, go ahead.
Yep. Additionally, this position is responsible for analysis, quality control, administrative, and organizational duties. This role is also mandated to adhere to all department and college policies and procedures, as well as the rules, regulations, bylaws, and interpretations of the NJCAA. Boom. Per NJCAA rules, or NCAA, analysts are allowed to coach on the field and in the film room or position room. You will break down opponent schemes, create detailed reports, complete daily office tasks, give me my coffee, create and maintain practice plans and game plans, create playbooks and game books, and assist in the recruitment of prospective student athletes.
Now let's dive into job functions.
Here we go. Job functions, y'all. Here we go. Responsible.
Remember, everybody, this is just a GA. Go ahead, Smitty.
GA be doing a lot of shit too now. Like,
they don't do this. They get the coffee. They get the coffee.
I used to fucking run my GA all around the fucking world.
They get the coffee.
And now you get the rounds now.
Yeah, not the analysts. The GAs get the coffee. Go ahead, keep going.
I got that. All right, job functions. Responsible to assist the defensive or special teams coordinator in practice and game preparation. Assist coordinator with practice preparation, including the distribution of schedules and scripts. Participates in the creation of a game plan and tip sheet that summarizes opponents, their tendencies, and outlines our strategies for that opponent. Assist in the creation of the playbook for assigned areas, defense, special teams. Works with each position coach to synthesize their input into the playbook. Real quick, define synthesize real quick.
Define what?
Synthesize.
Synthesize?
Yes. Yeah. Take your time.
Where's
it? Curious.
No, where's it say that? I'm trying to follow.
Yeah, it says works with each position coach to synthesize their input into the playbook.
Where are you at?
Huh?
Where are you at on here? Under what?
I'm at the 1, 2, 3. I'm under the third bullet point where it starts off saying assist in the creation of the playbook. Right under there, it says work with each position coach to synthesize their input into the playbook. Based upon context clues, I'm assuming synthesize means to like basically take. Let me see. Take their basically.
I found you. Assist in the creation of the playbook
and put it into the playbook.
Yeah, it's easy. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm following you. Assist in the creation of the playbook or assigned areas by the DC, special team coordinator, etc. that I assign. Works with each position coach to synthesize, meaning put everything on wax that she's compiled, and now it's on some sort of document like this, or in the actual game plan or scouting report. Remember, she's part of the scouting report, homie. She is making a scouting report that we're going to use on Sunday for the whole week before we play Saturday.
Yeah.
Just understand something. This is not like a fucking go get the coffee job. She's fucking making the scouting report make it make sense.
Every analyst job at each school isn't the exact same, correct?
It's very similar, though.
Okay, got that.
Now, remember, the NCAA had to approve this description of what they came up with, and then now that is a actual title. You have an offensive analyst and you have a defensive analyst now on a staff. So go ahead.
Okay, cool. Independently seeks and develops new training concepts and sports-specific knowledge to enhance the overall knowledge of the coaching staff. Next up, we got statistical analysis. Provides coaching staff with statistical breakdown of opponents. Creates self-scout analysis for coordinators and head coach. Charts plays on game day from the coaching booth or sideline. Film analysis. Studies and provides insight including tendencies and strategies on film of weak opponents during the football season. Assists with film grading after each practice. Independently input and edit video from each practice into DV Sports /Huddle video system. Attend position meetings, synthesize, information, and assist with opponent scouting. Create cut-ups for off-season film study for coaches, which she says she does. Assist football support staff. Assistant on campus recruiting in conjunction with the coordinator of player personnel. Complete special projects as assigned by the director of football operations.
And then that's not it. Smitty, what's it on the bottom say?
The hell? Secondary recruiting zone 1, primary recruiting zone 1 and 6. So they got recruit too. And they getting paid how much at JUCO level at that time?
$5,000. Now hold on though.
And you motherfucking them and all that type stuff.
You're fucking right. All in or no in. Now here's the thing. Staff responsibility, that's defense, Smitty.
I'm not reading
offense. No, we're done. That's offensive analyst. That's the offensive analyst.
That's crazy. You're a bad
He's
boy.
also what?
He's also the assistant tackles coach, the tight end coach, equipment coordinator.
That's the main thing. It's equipment coordinator.
So they got to give you the fucking. So they got to provide the fucking team. We call it the loop. You got to give them the loop with the shirt and shorts.
Loops. That's fucking right. Loop controller. Yeah, homie.
Okay,
loops
so
are
I know we all the same language.
Hey, I'm a JUCO that did loops. No JUCOs don't do no loops. I'm just telling you, we did it D1 style. We did it like a D1. So
you know what I'm talking about? That loop. You got your shirts, your shorts, you got your tights, you got your
I made cubbies. We're the only JUCO in the country. I had cubbies. You throw your number 28 is on your fucking tag. You throw it in cubby 28, homie. If your shit ain't there in the morning and it ain't washed for practice and you ain't got your grays on, I know what happened.
We get in trouble and shit. Hey, you be like, my shirt not on my loop. Well,
you probably, I think you've seen it on Netflix. I used to come out with the loop. If I found it late that wasn't washed, because I didn't do the stinky ass shit. Don't come out there stinky and wear your shit the second day.
Yeah, I love it, man. Damn, man, y'all boys are grinding.
So let's do a little synopsis over this breakdown that Smitty just did. That is not a fucking GA. That's not an assistant GA. She's not fucking, this is not a job to take lightly.
Yep.
This is not some slapdick fucking job. Analysts are big time gigs. Do you know how many grown men are seeking out analytic jobs in Division I?
I mean,
I know 1,000.
My homie, who I ain't gonna say his name, but who I text you about, is trying to get this job, literally this job.
But what do I know?
Literally this
It's
job.
not a GA. He's trying to get it because it's a fucking high-paying six-figure gig, homie. This ain't a fucking GA job where I'm going to school to finish my BA degree or my master's. This is a fucking analytic job that is serious. And the head coach is holding you to the fire on everything you do. And how, and listen, can we go back to Holly Rowe, who listen, I have no issue with Holly Rowe.
Don't say nothing negative to Holly Rowe now. She's the sweetest lady in the world. Come on now.
No, she is, but she's a basketball lady.
All right. Well, yeah, I mean, but
is she not? No,
she's
no,
done,
no,
she's
she
done
not?
sideline reporting for college football for a while too, though. But just
No,
sideline
clear.
reporting, not
Let's
no
be clear.
breakdown.
She's a sideline reporter for a certain network.
Yeah.
She's not a football sideline reporter.
Right.
Let's be clear. She's a basketball analyst, journalist, reporter, game caller, and she calls football games on the sideline for that network when there's a multitude of bowl games and they don't have enough people to cover them.
Boom.
That's fact. I'm just throwing that out there. That's why Mark Jones does both. That's why certain guys do the Kings in the NBA and college football on Saturdays, because there's not enough people. That is why good friends of mine that's on ESPN, Matt Berry, does both. Yeah. That's why he's an anchor on the studio and why he goes and covers the C and D ranked games during Thursdays, Tuesdays, and Saturdays for football. This is how it all works. I'm just going to be clear with everybody out there so you know. Can we go to the beginning, Bailey? I'm going to rewind it for you. Can we play this right here? I want you to, this the term she uses. I just want to clarify this. Go ahead.
Hello, I would like you to meet.
I'm Liz McKenna.
And she is an analyst for defense for the.
Stop it. I get secondhand embarrassment when I hear these things because she's an analyst for the defense. We gotta stop. See, this is the problem.
How you gonna stop? No, I know you about to go. This is where motherfucker, man. I gotta
Why?
give you. I gotta clap for you.
about?
I gotta clap for you. I gotta give you your flowers.
Why?
Why? You're really good.
What do you mean?
All you need is one little nudge. Give JB something. Give him a staple clip, and he will stab you up with it. Like I give you that. Like you just need a little weapon, and you're gonna get your point.
It's not a weapon. It's just a truth.
Holly Rowe is not a college football analyst. She's never been on.
Thank you.
Never.
Thank you.
She's not. But hold on, she's not even trying to do that. Like that's not even like her. Like she's not even. So there's no point even going in on her. Like she's not even like she's literally just a sideline reporter. Quick, hey guys. So I talked to Coach Lanning at halftime. Here's what he's saying. The deep, like that's her. That's what she does. She don't do no breakdown. That's not even what she's trying to do. So I don't want to set the table before you about to go in. So go.
Yeah, you didn't say anything. You said a lot of words and didn't say anything. This is not what my point at all. And I get what you're trying to say. She literally said the wrong title and description in this lady's job title because she doesn't know. She doesn't know football, to our point. No offense to Holly Rowe. She doesn't know football. So therefore, she misspoke and said it in a way that described this young lady in a total embarrassing take for men that's coached and understand. She's the analyst for defense. Like it doesn't even, it's an embarrassment. I was embarrassed when I heard it. So the introduction of this young lady started it off already for all the coaches out there that are watching this like, oh my fuck, this is a joke. So that's where it started. That's not Holly Rowe's issue. My point is, this is why they shouldn't even be in the discussion. So anyway, this young lady, McKenna or whatever her name is, McKenna or whatever, she's what she described she does. What she described she did, right, is what your homeboy is aspiring to get to and be.
Yep.
And a lot of guys I know want these jobs. These are serious jobs. These analytic jobs, just so we're clear, are the jobs that catapult you to a top 10 assistant. So let's break down the pecking order of this thing. There's 10 now. There used to be 9. Now there's 10 full-time assistant coaches. 10 full-time assistants, meaning I can recruit on the road, I can coach on the field, I can coach at practice, I can go into homes, I can do everything. There used to be 9. Now there's 10 plus. We used to have 4 GAs, 2 on O, 2 on D. They've added to that, I believe. And now you've added the analytical job, the analyst portion of this, which I believe there's 4 now. It could be even more. There's off-the-field analysts, too, by the way, that we're not even going to dive into. Alabama, by the way, when Sark and them were coaching there was 96. 96 staff for football. And everybody used to bitch about, there's only 9 full-timers. And no, there's 96 Alabama used to have. Alabama used to have motherfucking shit running across wires at practice, like sending the cards across the field on wires.
What?
Homie, I swear to God, it was an unbelievable operation Saban ran. Motherfuckers, so you can get the cards you drew up for the scout team across the fucking field fast. So it would go on a pulley system. Through motherfuckers would line across. You'd have 17 runners grabbing them motherfuckers, running them to a real coach. The coach now shows the card. Then the card goes to the fucking scout team. Scout team shows the card. They throw the pulley across the field, a 7-on-7, 7-on-7 card.
You bullshitting.
No, I'm not bullshitting. But guess what? She deserves the job.
Well, hey, shout out to her. Oregon, number one team in the nation. To your point,
that allowed 41 in the bowl game,
undefeated. Yeah, they lost the game finally. Yes, but they were 13-0. Beat every other team on their schedule. And
what do they call that?
So I'm just saying,
when I do that, what do they say
for the loss? You got to give her credit for the win. It has to be both. Seriously though, you can't just bash the loss and that's it.
No. What do they say when I do it? When I say something, then it didn't age well or whatever.
Yeah,
it didn't age well, I guess. Because they gave up 41 to Ohio State, and she's the defensive analyst. Listen, I'm not blaming this young lady for this. I'm not blaming this young lady for anything. She's very minute in the situation, in the system, in the situationship. She's very minute in that process. She's not out there calling the plays. She's not recruiting the main players. Let's be honest, or maybe another way. I don't know. I don't get into that. But listen, let's be clear. There are men out there that should be. That could be in this position really, really, really helping out the situation of these young men. She never played football, Smitty. I mean, I'm not going to yell and moan and bitch about it. But the fact is she never played football. She doesn't know what a forearm shiver is, a wrong arm is, defeat the double team in that manner. She doesn't know any of these things. She doesn't know any of these things. So there's no reason to yell and fight. There's no reason to yell and fight about it. And listen, I would just say dollars to dimes. Dan Lanning doesn't want to hire her. He's being nudged. Hey Dan, we gotta do what we gotta do. We're at Nike. We're Nike. We're Oregon. We're Nike. Dan. You got to make sure we hire this young lady. Dan does. You think Dan Lanning? Listen, Smitty. Do you know Dan?
Yep.
You don't know him, to be honest, because he's watching. I know him very well. He doesn't want this young lady, and I'm speaking for him. I'm alleging, because Dan he has to hire her. I mean, let's be honest. He doesn't want this young lady.
You got the show.
Listen. There's coaches on his staff that I'm getting messages from right now that I'm not going to even just say anything about it. I'm not going to say anything. But let me tell you, I'm not wrong. I'm just being honest. I can't show you anything. I'm not wrong. Smitty, I'm not wrong. Smitty, I'm not wrong. I'll show you later, but I'm not wrong.
No,
I'm really not. I'm really not wrong, Smitty. And this is what it is. This is the part you have to play the game. You have to play the game now, and you have to do these things. The whole part of it is it's unfortunate for the men in the profession that can really have an impact on young boys' lives and creating them and turning them into men. She will never have an impact on a young boy's life other than.
It's also unfortunate for the young women like her who got to listen to trolls like you discredit all her hard work and her dreams and her aspirations of loving a sport that, she didn't play it, but she truly loves the work. And I'm sure it's working her ass off to assist in any way she can to help the team grow. But she has to listen to people like you who are so stuck in their ways of growing up in the era that you grew up in and thinking that men can only do one thing, women can only do another thing, and you're stuck in that. So now this young woman who's 20-some years old trying to aspire to just grow in her profession and help this team win. With some profession. Now she has to watch this and be like, damn, like so I'm just a nobody, and I can't know the game. I can't learn nothing because I got a vagina and breasts. Like, damn, that's kind of cold-blooded. So I'm saying,
stop, homie. Stop. You're disrespectful to all men out there who've grinded their whole fucking life in this profession that you fucking played, that you put pads on for and bled, sweat, and cried over.
Too.
It's disrespectful to say it's her profession. Stop that shit, homie, because you're fucking wrong. It ain't her profession, and it ain't my profession in Mac makeup. I shouldn't take her fucking job either. Stop with this her profession shit. Since when has it become a woman's fucking profession? Football. Come on, homie. Tell me more. Keep defending these motherfuckers. I have 1,000 DMs from a fucking story I posted last night about this video.
Yep.
And a lot of women, I was showing Bailey earlier before the show, are like, what real woman wants to coach football? These are coming from real women. You know who the women are that are saying this? Real women that want to be with a man, that want to understand the pecking order of life, how it actually works. I want to be a woman. I want to wear heels and wear makeup and be a man piece showing out. I don't want to be around men in a profession of men where I don't have a fucking clue how it actually works. I want that woman, homie. The woman that's DMing me that's saying, God, JB, keep speaking the truth. We don't want to be in this profession. These are forced hires. Keep it funky, homie. This ain't their profession. You know what their profession is? Fucking cheerleading, homie. Go fucking cheer for the team. And you do it fucking well. You're the unbelievable best at it. Go cheer. Stop talking about their equals and they belong in football. I'm fucking tired of hearing it, homie. No, they don't. I got 1,000 homies that belong in there that are getting passed by Miss McKenna here, who has no fucking clue how to get this thing done and make a dude better. But we're hiring her. Fuck out of here, man. We'll never agree on it. It's all good. You can stay PC about it all you want. It's fine and dandy. We can disagree to agree to disagree, but it ain't real. You know it and I know it. In our heart of hearts, it ain't fucking real. And we know it. It ain't their profession. They never is going to be their profession. They're never going to put pads on and play. They're never going to understand the 2-a-day rigor. They're
never a lot of men who coach didn't play either, though. But what do I know?
How to go about it.
A lot of men who didn't play either who coach, but they cool though. They cool because they got a penis. They can coach, but they didn't play either though. But that's another conversation.
Oh my god.
Oh, they played in high school, so that counts. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, it does. They played.
They played little league when they were 8, 9 years old, so that's cool. They played 6th grade one year, so they cool.
I can't wait till a woman takes your job, homie. I just can't wait for it. And you're gonna sit here cry like a motherfucker.
My job because I'm a cold husband.
Oh, it'll happen. It'll happen one day. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I promise you, it's gonna happen. And we're gonna talk about it. We'll make sure you be on it. You make sure you bring it up. I hope you bring it up too. You bring it up too.
I'm not
Man,
gonna cry and
JB,
moan either.
I've been working like a motherfucker. I grinded for this, and she took my shit because they've had to hire a woman.
Be better.
Can't wait. Can't wait for that shit. Can't wait for that shit to happen, homie. I just noticed.
Oh yeah, y'all just cry so much, and like
I didn't notice.
Woe is me.
No, it's true. It's just true. I just noticed no guests have come on today. I just thought about it.
It's Friday. We don't have no guests today.
Matt, I ain't seen him. Dr. Jesse Morse, haven't seen him. Shaun King.
Dr. Morse said he couldn't come on today. Remember, he said he'd be on next week. Jesse told him he's going to be on.
I don't remember.
Yeah, you wouldn't listen then. That's fine. And then Bailey told you that Matt was off. He said he told you that, so you didn't listen to Bailey. So, I mean, only person we probably got coming on, probably Shaun King might come on at like 8-something. But yeah, that's what it is. And I'm leaving at 8:30 because I got shit to do. So it is what it is. Friday, it's the new year. People got shit to do, JB. You know, it is what it is. People got jobs and families and kids, take care of all types of stuff going on. But anyway, let's move on to this next topic, man. It's a two-part topic. Lane Kiffin allegedly took a shot. I'm using the word allegedly at Diego Pavia after being asked about Jackson Dart post-game in his Ole Miss win versus Duke. Just take a listen to this.
Jackson Dart, as your quarterback, I just saw you have a moment with him. What's it like watching him in these final minutes?
It's awesome. He's playing great. Never know. Maybe he'll file a waiver and come back another year.
Are you pushing for that?
Maybe.
JB, do you like that? You like that little shot that he just took at Pavia? What's your thoughts?
I love it. Because Lane and Sark and I have discussed this in length since it happened. It's a joke. It's a mockery. You've heard Sark come out and talk about it. Sark's a former JUCO guy like myself. It's a mockery. It's a joke. And I want to be clear on the whole women's coaching thing to Chris and everybody in the chat that's women, because Chris is in the space. She's deservingly so in the space, understands it. Anybody that thinks women shouldn't just watch sports are asinine and dumb. I never said that, Chris, or anybody else. I would never say that. And I love women that play sports. But they play women's sports for a reason. That's why they have two classifications, women and men. And I am yet to see a women's football league other than a lingerie league that plays in pads that is a real serious organization. It's all a slap in the face to women. I've said it over the years on this show. So I don't want to deep dive into it again. All I'm saying is women just didn't play football. It wasn't their genre. It wasn't their niche. It wasn't their space. I never said don't play sports or watch them or any of that. I'm all for a women athlete. I love women athletes in college. I'm sure Smitty and I could discuss women athletes in college and all that. We love women athletes. I never said don't play basketball, softball, soccer, fucking whatever. And now there's flag football. There's all this thing for women. Kudos to you guys. Keep playing flag football. I don't really care. But this tackle football thing is a whole nother ball game. And I just don't understand why people can't grasp that. I don't know. But it's not a shot at you, Chris. And I know she's not talking to me either, Smitty. She's talking to some of the idiots in the chat. But I just wanted to clarify. There's just spaces for certain people.
My only pushback to that, because we've had this argument 1,000 times on the show, is that even in those sports where you say you're cool with women playing, like soccer and softball and all that type of shit, when they get done playing and then they get an opportunity to go like coach, like we saw that woman in hockey or whatever, just for an example, coaching, you're still against that. So it's like damn, even in a sport that they actually did play in, you're still against that. So it's like damn.
Well, hockey's the other sport, Betty. Hockey's the other major sport that women. Come on, we're talking gladiator sports here, homie. Like, are women gladiators?
You want to? I'm trying to be funny. You were cool when the Spurs had. What you call it as an assistant? You know, the Las Vegas Aces. What's her name?
Yes, I was.
You're 100% in on that. Okay, cool.
Yes, yeah.
That's fine then. Cool.
Because women play the exact same game as men in basketball. Gotcha. It's 5-on-5, same defense, same motion offense, same zone, same defense. Everything's the exact same in basketball.
Yeah, for sure.
10-foot rim. They play with a smaller ball, but that's it. Everything's the same.
Yeah.
So a woman playing the same game can go over and coach. I'm fucking fine with it.
You're cool with a woman head coach in the NBA, just for clarity.
Not woman head coach in the NBA, no. Yeah. Women coach, yeah, I'm cool with it.
Just for clarity though, you just eloquently broke down that they play the exact same sport other than a smaller ball. Same rules, same function, same plays, all that.
Yep.
You agree that you're cool with them coaching as an assistant. But you're not cool to being a head coach in the men's space.
Correct. 1,000%. You're right. You're right.
Perfect. Yeah. All right, cool.
We're totally clear. Yep. Because women cannot lead men in professional sports. That's the bottom line.
That's your over. Gotcha.
Be an assistant. Be a head woman's coach. Not a men's coach. Can't be a head coach. You can be an assistant, but you can't lead men as a woman in a man's sport. It's just not going to work. I'm sorry. That's just a fact. It's the truth. It's not going to work. Show me when it's shown that it has worked, and I'll shut up. It hasn't never worked.
We can't even show you.
Exactly. That's my point. Thank you for making it. Let's move on.
Chris said she cooks in heels while watching football.
What was that?
Chris said she cooks in heels, butt ass naked while she's watching football. But
She
all right,
cooks
let's move on. You
Hold
said
on, I gotta go back to that. She cooks in heels?
yeah.
Sexy.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Like just in general, that's kind of like
that's a fucking woman.
It made my chest tingle a little bit. Like, that's
Yeah,
kind of like,
that's a fucking- that's a
some
fucking real-
red heels with a fucking tone going.
Like a little bit of Kerry Champion leg, a little oil.
Fixing some damn whatever, just some throwing down.
That's a fucking woman.
Game on in the back, you know, Sunday night football.
You know what she don't do? Coaching heels.
Oiled up.
She don't coach in heels. That's fucking different. She's a woman, homie. She's fucking in the kitchen cooking like a motherfucker, watching the game, and then I'll come in there and finish cooking so she could go chill and watch the game.
And after the game, what?
And I'd be butt naked with an apron on, homie.
Oh, you messed my whole vision I just had up.
God. And that's the point. See, that's how a man and a woman really work together in this thing. See what I'm saying? That's what the
I'm married.
fuck
Yes, I'm married. I'm still a man. I'm still a man.
That's what I'm talking
I like to see my woman in the situation.
That's the fuck I'm talking about. Hey, baby, I got this. Baby, I'm gonna make you a fucking Paloma, and I'm gonna finish up these motherfucking wings. You go watch the rest of the game. It's your team. You've been cooking like a motherfucker. You in heels looking bad as a motherfucker. And then she get on there talking about, God damn it, JB, who the fuck's the linebacker coach teaching that fucking quarter drop? Oh, it's McKenna.
Shout to El McCann. God, man. Team played a real going to the last game. And I gotta be credit to not just the entire coach, which includes I'm gonna get you on the porch, El. I think it's El McCann, Liz McCann. I'm gonna get you on the porch.
Damn, I should be a motherfucking producer of a major show. Like the way I just be doing it, like putting
you ain't like that.
Like how I tie it in is just unbelievable.
You ain't like that.
God damn, homie. Like how I tie it in.
I like when you off camera, like I ain't got to see you.
Oh man, it's unbelievable how I fucking tie it all in. Is just unbelievable. It makes like the retarded chat understand. That's JUCO. I can get the fucking dumb motherfucker to understand how to run a fucking hit slant concept, a hit seam. I can get the flat fade combination to a bunch of 5-star fucking tards that didn't qualify to go to Alabama. See what I'm saying? I could do the same
Gene,
in this.
Shut up, Gene. So tired of Gene.
Gene be defending you though.
Nah, fuck that. I don't want his defense. Gene. His name is Gene. Let's do a 3-minute break real quick. Let's do a 3-minute break and let's bring in my brother.
Real. Fuck that. I keeps it real. That bitch went to jail for like 40 years. Got beat down in jail and shit.
When keeping it real, goes wrong.
We'll take a quick break after I just cooked everybody and everyone in the show, including Smitty, the whole show for 2 hours. First of all, though, can we address the Lane Kiffin thing before we get off track? Because we got off track on my fault.
It's your fault.
Back to your Lane Kiffin take. Eddie, shut the fuck up. I love the shot at Pavia. We all know it was. We know it was a shot at Pavia because Pavia should be done. He played 2 years on the Indian reservation. He played 2 years. He played 2 years JUCO. He played 2 years fucking at 2 different places. And now, goddamn, homie, how many more years you gonna get him, motherfucker?
Play the game, homie.
Play the game, homie, and stop playing fucking for others. I don't think people understand what I just said, homie. Stop playing the game. Stop taking my son's fucking years. Stop taking the fucking 19 and 20-year-olds, homie. You motherfuckers have played for 8 years. Dylan Gabriel, you look like shit against Ohio State at 27 years old. Motherfucker, it was time for the 19 and 23-year-old motherfucker to play in that game. Your ass should have been on fucking 401k plan, homie, and been in the league if you're that good. but we're not that good. That's why the NFL's struggling at quarterback, because we think playing college football for 9 years is going to get you ready for the league. There's one of those guys, homie. His name's Bo Nix. Maybe. And he's not great. He's not fucking great. He's okay, and he's with Shaun fucking Payton. Let's see him next year continue this, because C.J. Stroud has hit a wall. C.J. Stroud, who I love to death, has hit a little bit of a wall. So let's see Bo Nix next year before we start anointing a guy that played 700 college games.
Michael Penix is old too, though. He balling.
He just threw his first touchdown after game 3.
Year of the old QBs.
He threw first touchdown after 3 games. Come on, calm down.
He led in our game-winning drive down there.
Yeah, I get it. He threw the ball 11 times. Let's stop. I mean, we got to start using facts, homie. We're a factual institution. Like, let's stop talking. He threw his first touchdown. He threw his first fucking touchdown after 2 complete games to Kyle Pitts to tie the game.
Hey, JB, he uses his hands like JB got big ass hands like me. He uses his fingers like a motherfucker when he talks. Though, like just watch this last hour of the show, last 10 minutes of the show. I gotta leave 30 minutes. He gonna do all this. Like, it's crazy. We'll do a quick 3-minute break. I'm gonna bring on my OG brother, Shaun, Kane, and Betty. When we bring him in just straight. Like, we're gonna go commercial and then bring in his video. We're gonna jump straight in like that. Keep it smooth. See y'all in 3 minutes. Peace. Let's bring up what Mel Kiper said this morning on Get Up on ESPN. Jamie's going to love this. Check it out.
Get up from there. Now that we've sort of set the table for exactly what your problem is with it, how would you try and solve it?
Well, I grew up with the best of the National Football League, 60s, 70s, into the 80s. You're talking about deep shots, right? The go route, the 9-route post. You're talking about Terry Bradshaw in a Super Bowl hitting John Stallworth. You see Leroy Irvin diving, right? Just off his finger. There's the receiver. They laid it out there, right? Hit the receiver in stride. 65-yard touchdown. It's a beautiful thing to watch. That's what I want to see brought back to the National Football League. Okay? Check down kings, bubble screen sensations. Boring football. Game manager, I get it, but I want to see those deep shots. That's what the NFL was built on. I grew up with John Unitas, Fran Tarkington, Ken Stabler, Darryl LaMonica. You talk about quarterbacks, Joe Namath. It was just right. Brett Favre when he was doing what he did. Burt Jones with the Baltimore Colts. You think about those quarterbacks who would throw the ball down the field. I said what Bradshaw did with Stallworth and Swan, Roger Staubach. That's what I want to see brought back. Say, well, you can't do that, right? Well, you got a 5-yard rule with the cornerbacks, right? The Mel Blount rule, right? Now with the push thing with Hurts, you got to be a yard back now. So don't tell me you can't have those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage than they are. I was at games where I'm thinking, hey, too high? They're out in outer space. I couldn't even find us. They're playing with 9 guys, right? Where are the other 2? Oh, the other 2, they're so daggone far back, and even though they're part of the damn play. I'm telling you, we got to change this thing, and we got to have, hey, you can warn them. They come up, hey, guys, you got to get up a little bit, right? You're too far back. Warn those safeties, but you got to figure out, competition committee, somebody, Dano, somebody's got to figure out what that depth is, but it's too far back right now. The NFL is being ruined by these too high safeties.
I'm dying, homie, watching that ESPN, dog.
Yeah. I know I argue with JB a lot, but not on this one. Not on this one.
There's no way, homie, that was just said.
That was just said, homie.
There's no way that was said.
That was just said, homie. He said that they gotta make a rule to where the refs will force the safeties to be closer to the line of scrimmage so we can see more deep threat, the big time plays that he used to see when he was growing up in the 70s and the 80s, homie. I can't even, as a defensive player, homie, I can't even begin to think of how to respond to that.
Baby, can you take me to the board?
We back, JB, man. Talk to it. What's on your mind right now? What's going through your head after watching that clip of Mel Kiper?
I don't even know where to begin, dog. I don't even want to yell or nothing, man. It's just so fucking dumb. Like, the big narrative. See, you don't believe me, though. The fucking fake agendas that get pushed. Mel Kiper saying to take the safety. Who sits right here at 10 to 12 yards normally. They're saying that's too deep. So now we have to cater to the offense even fucking more. Move them up here, and it has to be a referee behind them. Get up. Move up. So now you want the safeties at 5 fucking yards, Mel Kiper? You fucking idiot. Never been right on the draft yet? You said Ryan Leaf was the guy, you fuck! Now we want safeties at 5 fucking yards? So you can throw a post to fucking Stallworth in 1967, you fucking toupee-wearing motherfucker! Holy fuck, you guys on ESPN are fucked, man! Now we have to dictate to the quarterback. Hey, quarterback, please, I know we're all so shitty, but let's blame cover 2 the fucking times! You fucking idiot! Dan Orlovsky, you should have came on my show, motherfucker. You fucked me. You don't know shit either, sitting there in them tight-ass skinny jean pants. You fucks! You motherfuckers don't know football. Get me on there, motherfuckers. You guys fuck!
Yeah, we back with my OG, Mr. King, on this beautiful Friday, man. Shaun, how you doing?
What's happening, fellas?
Man, we good.
What up, Shaun?
Man, Happy New Year, man, brother.
New
How's
Year.
25 treating you so far?
All good in the hood, man. Can't complain about nothing.
Yes, sir. You got that Tulane green on. I see you still rapping.
Yeah, I finally got my gift package. Shout out to Coach Summerall, Tulane equipment staff. They finally sent me some love, so I'll be rocking all new 2025 Tulane gear.
As you should, brother. As you should, man. I love it.
Hey, shout out to, man, I got some information I want to share with you so badly. I just don't want to put Shaun on blast because Shaun doesn't like to talk about it. I'd love to put Smitty on blast, though. But regarding, I'm going to be real PC with it. I got inside information on this, and I got to just ask Smitty directly, Shaun, a question real quick. We just had a discussion about a young lady coaching on the defensive analytical side of things at Oregon University.
I listened to the whole thing.
Good friend of mine's a head coach there. I got 3 former assistants coaching there. I got a text message just now. Very interesting. Does anybody know the bio of this young lady, Elizabeth Liz McKenna? Does anyone have a clue what her background is? Let me give it to you. She was a volleyball player there at Oregon. And she was the director right now. As of 2022, she was the director of communications at Oregon Women's Club Volleyball. Not the real team, the club team. I just have one question for Smitty. Why is she not coaching volleyball at Oregon?
Why?
Why is she coaching football? I'm asking you. Why is she not coaching volleyball and coaching football? Please answer the chat and everybody. Please remove me. I want the fuck out of here. Please go ahead and answer that question, Smitty, real quick.
She want to coach football. Simple as that, Shaun. I don't know.
That's it. That's your answer. All right, let's move on. Shaun's here, out of respect. Shaun, let's move on. I have to cook Smitty on Monday for this one. By the way, announcement. Smitty, please, do you want to announce it? Who's going to be on our show Monday?
I want you to announce it, not because you did the work.
Our main man, Cam Scatterboat, will be on our show Monday. the real Heisman. He'll be on the show Monday, so make sure that's how a white boy runs the rock. He'll be on the show Monday. So Cam Scatterboo, shout out. He'll be on our show Monday. Shout out to Cam. I had no idea Cam was a fan. He's been following me. I didn't know. And man, he was like, man, JB, I want to be on the show, man. I'm tired of these soft motherfuckers. Anyway, I'm not going to tell you what he said. But
hey, can I make a PSA? Can I make a PSA?
Your floor is yours.
Guys, if you are a draft analyst, be good at your job, okay? Scotterbo does not remind us of Christian McCaffrey or Mike Allstott. Don't limit your comparisons and comps to him in the NFL to white running backs. Do your homework and go look at his skill set and find out what current backs the skill set mirrors. And it's not Mike Allstott and it's not Christian McCaffrey.
I said yesterday he's not even close to Mike Allstott. It's not even close. Totally different backs. I would say he's more like go ahead. Yesterday, Smitty and I had a little debate. He's not even close to Allstott. This kid can actually jump cut and get vertical.
Yeah.
It's just a different dynamic.
My comp so far is David Montgomery.
Okay.
I think he runs very similar to David Montgomery from the Lions. And I think if he goes somewhere, especially where they have a change of pace guy, to kind of take some of the hits and carries off of him, he could be just as effective.
Yeah, no doubt. There's a lot of backs he reminds me of, actually. I look at it wide, low to the ground, big ass and legs, thighs, and hamstrings is what I used to recruit. And Shaun knows what I'm talking about for all you fucking weirdos out there. When we recruit the Smitties of the world in the D-line and we're watching the end zone copy and I see his ass getting the dirt in his 3 and 4 point stance, I'm like, all right, this motherfucker's ass ain't big enough, coach. Can't recruit him. Because why? Smitty knows. Can't take the double team on. His ass is too light.
They sitting there and hold it.
No hamstrings. If he ain't got no hamstrings, then I know he ain't going to be able to squat and even get an ass on him to take on the double team. So genetically, you're out. I can't recruit you. Same with running back. For my system, Shaun, you're explaining this. To your system, if I'm a guy like Ben Johnson, I need a Gibbs who can third down, get out the backfield, throw him a wheel route, and then I need a David Montgomery who can go whoop, 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 whoop. That is how it is. We recruit that way for our offense. I'm recruiting Scatterbo for a certain type of offense, and I'm looking at all his intangibles, his genetics, his DNA, and I'm like, all right, motherfucker's low to the ground. This motherfucker jump cut. He's got fucking huge thighs. He can burst. He's got a change of pace. He can get 5 yards in 2 steps. All these little things as a recruiter you're looking at. So, yeah, we do use those terms out there, and I'm giving you some recruiting 101. But yeah, I'm glad you said.
They be giving all the game out today, huh? God.
Shaun, I'm just glad you said that because it was very instrumental to my point. How you just eloquently stated, all you guru draft analysts. And this Miss McKenna's an analyst right now.
I did have a
who played volleyball
on the analyst thing, not so much about.
By the way, this ain't her profession, so we're clear now. Football's not a profession or her sport. Volleyball is. But go ahead.
So my question to you, JB, is this: I'm kind of in the middle on the analyst position, period, because I think initially what it was instituted for was to have guys that could just do research, basically self-scout, pre-scout the opponents, and that was their job. But it's turned into kind of a watchdog crew. They don't.
It's turned into a full-on job. It's full-on description now. 6 figures.
Right, but the thing is, all the analysts are trying to really take all the position coaches' jobs.
That's my point.
Let's say you're the D-line coach. JB hires me as a defensive analyst.
Right.
But I specialize in the D-line. Now, I'm walking around practice with my pad, watching your drills, watching how you interact with your guys. I'm sitting in the back of the meeting room, writing notes down. I'm really trying to take your job.
Hey, well, I don't know if I agree. I don't know if I agree with that, but Smitty literally read my job description on my defensive analyst. Are you Smitty's laughing because look at all that shit, right? Yeah. And you know that's coming from the Shaun, you were there. You were at the 4-year recently where they had analyst jobs. And These cats got a lot of job duties on their thing, and they're a coordinator of several different titles, like you just mentioned. They're a coordinator of this, they're a coordinator of that. To your point, they're trying to take a job and get that number 10th spot that I just mentioned to Smitty. There's 10 full-time jobs now that a lot of men out here are trying to attain. Now we have these analysts that are trying to get into that role. They're making 6 figures, possibly low. Some make 80, 90 to 100. At a place like Oregon, I'd figure it's 6 figures. But there's a lot of men. Smitty's friend is one of them trying to get in there.
Yeah.
Now, worse to Shaun's point, these guys are going around trying to dry snitch your ass and give you
because they don't answer to anybody but the head coach.
That's it. That's why they're getting paid. And that's my point. That's even worse. That's why this is such a smack in our face that this young girl that's a volleyball player is out there judging motherfucking techniques.
Hey, man, leave them people doing it alone, man. That's Dan Lanning's decision. Dan Lanning decided
Thank you,
to hire her. He
No,
got
it
his reasons for doing it.
No, exactly. It ain't his decision. But anyway, we'll go on from there.
Hey, when you get back in and you coach, you can hire who you want to hire. Ain't nobody going to be able to tell you you can or can't hire Smitty.
You know better.
He ain't all that damn money. How he want to hire?
And you know I love you, and you know you my guy, and I'm going to ride with you. But I'm a strong enough friend of yours to tell you when you're wrong.
Shaun, I got to do the same with you. I got to do the same with you, whether it's on the boat or not, and you got the wrong Wi-Fi connected to your phone or not. I got to tell you the same things, sir. You know damn well that Lanning didn't hire her out of his own good heart. Stop.
And so here's my deal. Like, I don't want to target her because obviously she's not, even though her title might be analyst, she's not like taking up a desired destination job from someone that's just grind. She might have analysts on there, but she don't get to talk in none of the meetings. Like any report she got probably got to go to the GA to get to the position coach. She's over the
GA. She's over the GA. And number one, number two, I totally disagree. I totally disagree.
What you think, JB? She told you what she was doing. You could
she got the job title, homie. She has the title. So I disagree with both of you.
But that's
no. You can't say. Hold on, no, Shaun. You can't sit up here and talk about she don't have the title when she's literally on the website and that's her title and tell me that not a lot of people are after that job. Smitty's homeboy's after that job. I know 1,000 dudes after that job. That is a very desirable job, homie. It pays 6 figures. And that job is one job. Shaun, you just said it yourself. That's one job away from a number 10 spot on the staff.
Not in this situation.
That's a very desirable job.
The title is... No.
Break it down, Shaun.
JB, and listen, I can understand your attack on the habitual overstepping as it pertains to this particular topic. What I'm not going to allow you...
You understand it. Because you understand.
What I'm not going to let you do while I'm on here is attack specifically this one young lady from Oregon.
Right.
Because, like, she don't really fit that. This looks like this, but you're using her as a target, so people going to take it as you attacking her.
Well, she's in the job description.
Hey, this looks like a situation where Oregon had a former student athlete who everybody loved that wanted to stay on campus. They found ways to keep her employed.
Thank you.
That's what it looks like to me. And every college does that.
So was she, do you think she was not good enough to coach volleyball then?
Maybe she is more passionate about football. I don't know. I mean, it's not a lot of options for a female that wants to play football coming out of high school. It's not a lot of coaches that's going into high school.
Thank you for you're kind of putting the nail in my coffin. Thank you. You're kind of proving my point.
I'm not saying big picture. I disagree with you. I'm saying we don't want to target an innocent and be viewed as a bully when you really, like in a lot of ways, it's a lot of substance to your opinion.
Exactly. Yeah. And I don't like bullies.
And I do. I love it. We need bullies again.
You just don't give a damn. Like, if you go into war, you don't care who you kill. You just go.
But I'm not bullying this young lady. I love women, and I would love women. Guess who? I had a bad one, Shaun. Oh my goodness, she was at FAU. Lane sent her to me. And she was my DFO in Independence, Kansas. She was from Miami Beach. She was a bad one. You can ask any four-year school coach in the country. They used to come to my goddamn meeting room to just see her stop the cap, as y'all would say. They didn't come there. They didn't come to get her fucking analytics. I hired the baddest DFO in football.
What's her name?
Coach Lowe. We're just going to call her that.
Samir IG. I was want to see you talking about, but okay.
You try to look up her bio.
Hey, so Shaun, she was at FAU at Lane. Lane had made a move and got a different DFO. He told me about her, that she was this and that. I hired her at Indy, and she was my director of football operations. She had Alpha tour. She can get around and talk a little shit. She could drink beer, talk a little shit. And she controlled her coordinator duty, which was DFO, football ops. She created the bus scheduling and the thing, all that shit. She did not want anything to do with football coaching.
Yeah, that's her.
She knew
that's
that.
fine. That's her.
But I'm just saying that's DFO role. That's where I'm just going along with Shaun's point.
They don't think the exact same.
Smitty, I'm going along with Shaun's point. I didn't say women don't belong. Yeah. That's where they belong, though. That's my point.
And I guess another thing I want to emphasize is like anytime you're infiltrating a space that historically hasn't included you, when you go in that space, you got to become a part of the space. I just don't like when you infiltrate a space, then try and change it. Like if I was a head coach, I wouldn't have any problem hiring the most qualified female out there if I thought she was a good fit. Right. But my messaging to her would also be, listen, this is an environment that you're walking into. The conversation is different. The level of aggression is different. So are you prepared to adapt and adjust to this environment? Because we're not going to change the environment now just because of the staffing. And that's my only thing.
What's her name?
Yeah. Who?
I'm on the website. I don't even see her on list on the coaching staff. That's what I'm saying. I'm with Shaun. I think she got a certain title, but it ain't. It's just to get her foot in the door, honestly. And now, in hindsight, when you were kind of joking at Holly Rowe for how she listed the position, it might literally be some weird position where it's labeled stuff. Shorty not even listed on the staff or nothing. So I don't know.
And by the way, to all you idiots in the chat,
I got
talking about I'm sipping with
that.
Smitty.
Yeah.
Listen, the truth don't have emotions, man. It's just the truth, man. Get out your feelings. It's a right and it's a wrong with everything.
Right.
And I agree with JB's bigger premise. I kind of disagreed with the way it came off as though the attack was on this specific young lady in Oregon.
There you go.
I'm going to stay 10 toes all the time. And it's not about if I support or don't support when I come on here. I just go with the truth.
He from Florida.
Florida boy.
Come on now. Let's move on, man. I got like one more time I can do. I got to get out here early, Shaun, for work. But Pat McAfee, man, and James Franklin called for Nick Saban to be the commissioner of college football. And there's actual video here. Go ahead and show it, baby.
James, congratulations on a great win. And I just wanted to ask, is this one step put you one step closer to being the commissioner of college football?
Coach, you can keep trying to avoid this all you want. And I know ESPN and those guys don't want to lose you, but I just think your impact on college football and your global understanding of what we need is important. And right now, no one's running it. So right now, I'm going with you. If you tell me to stop, I'll start pushing Chris Peterson.
Love it. I love it, man. What's y'all thoughts on that, man?
So I'm kind of torn because in a lot of ways, I think Saban would be great as the commissioner of the NCAA. But then knowing all of the top 25 head coaches that I know over the course of the last 20 years, Boise State and them kind of schools never get in the college football playoff again if one of them was the commissioner. Like they believe. So if you think it was an SEC bias without a Saban being the chair, oh man, if Saban was the chair, South Carolina, Alabama, Ole Miss, all of them would have been in the 12. Trust me.
I don't necessarily think you have to have a legend do it. I think it needs to be someone that just knows the game, that's a leader of men, and that can get people to buy into what they're saying. I don't know if it has to be Nick Saban or some legendary guy. I just think it needs to be a guy that understands every aspect of it and that people that will actually respect because they can actually walk in the room and demand respect. It doesn't have to be Saban, to your point, but I think he's the guy that they're going to say because of, he's just chilling right now and they see him as on ESPN as just passing time because that's what I think they look at it as. That's why they're saying it, in my opinion. I don't know. But James Franklin doesn't even deserve to be in this playoff. I think it's an absolute joke how they are in the Final Four. But that's how we start.
On that? I'm sorry, but it's a shift gears here. But Shaun wasn't on here earlier. What's your thoughts on that? So we got the Final Four now, and I don't know if you watched the show. JB and I got a long debate the first hour of the show, back and forth about who deserves to be here, this, that, and the third. What's your thoughts on this? And shout out to Mike Bundy for the C-Note. C-Note Fridays is back.
And he talking that real. Talking about keep preaching, big dog. I know. Hey, here's the part where I feel like
give him context. Give him the context why though. I said
okay. So here's the context I have with Penn State, and here's where I think a Saban would be extremely valuable. There's no way that Nick Saban, after the conference title games, go back to the conference title games, after Oregon beat Penn State to win the Big Ten, there's no way that Saban would have gave Penn State an SMU Boise State path to the semifinals and gave Oregon Ohio State in the second round.
And I agree with you on that. And I agree with you on that. On that one point, I agree with you on that.
Like Penn State is there because of scheduling.
Exactly. That's my point. That's why it's not. If they make it to the Natty, is my whole point of this thing. Yeah. It ain't nothing else. If they make it to the Natty, it will be a huge, huge disaster for college football and this committee. And the worst of the worst is about to happen because the worst thing that committee could ask for is about to happen. And if Penn State are to make it, I'm just telling you, and they play Ohio State again and get waxed, this is a horrific 12-team format that's going to be looked back as a joke because Penn State is clearly not a top 4 team in the country, Shaun.
Yeah, they're not.
And they should never have been there.
How they stand. What if Notre Dame wins then?
Say it again.
Speaking of hypotheticals, what if
Notre Dame earned it. I mean, a one-loss Indiana team beat Georgia.
Smitty, I started the show off. I said the college football committee is hoping and wishing that Notre Dame plays in the final against.
Penn State is as bad as y'all saying, then Penn State will lose then.
No,
but if Penn State beats Notre Dame,
that doesn't make the point, Smitty. They shouldn't be in the Final Four. What don't you understand? This is not the best Final Four teams, homie. I don't get how you grasp that.
I'm just saying.
They shouldn't be here.
This will be their third game, and this is the first losable game I think they played.
By far. And they didn't get a
My only argument, Smitty, is how in the hell did Oregon beat Penn State in the Big Ten championship and then get completely hosed with the seeding?
No, I'm listening.
That's my only argument.
Oregon had they had a tough. I agree with that. But also, though, devil's advocate, you number one team in the country. You right. You should have to go that path. I get it. We've already exhausted that. Boom. But it is what it is. You got Ohio State. You're number one team in the country. You already beat them. What they put out there on that field the other day was horrible. They got the ass beat.
Why do you keep going back to Oregon, homie? Why are we talking about
like
Oregon?
Was the top 4 best part of that performance? I don't know if that's top 4 team.
Why are you talking about Oregon? This is not an Oregon discussion. We're talking about Penn State does not belong in the Final Four. They're not a top 4 team, which makes the fucking 12-team playoff undesirable, not legitimate. It's not legit, homie. We don't know because you gave 4 teams buys, Smitty, who all lost. Why did the 4 teams that buys lose? Make it make sense. Why did the 4 teams that buys lose? Why were the Las Vegas spreads so crazy, to Shaun's point earlier last month? Why were the spreads so crazy? Why were the higher ranked teams in this tournament underdogs? Come on, homie. This is not a great format. No, Stevie Wonder could see it.
I'm with you on a lot of that, JB. Like, we're
Penn
not
State's
arguing
not a
on
top 4 team, Smitty.
all that.
But Penn State didn't beat anybody in the top 10. They didn't beat anybody in their own title game in the conference. They lost to Ohio State bad. They lose to Oregon in the title game of their conference. Oregon subsequently beat both of those teams and is the only team to beat 3 teams in the tournament of 12. And they draw Ohio State 1 after not playing 0 games. It's the stupidest thing ever, homie. If you're going to make it a tournament, like any tournament in the world's formats in the history of tournaments, then you seed them 1 through whatever.
I agree with that.
Smitty, I'm saying my whole point is this: Penn State's not a top 4 team. They have gotten here by design, not because of the play on the field. They got to play an SMU team who shouldn't have been in. I don't care what anyone says. Indiana should not have been in. And Boise, to me, should not have been in.
That's my opinion. Notre Dame beat Indiana.
No, I know. I'm just saying the team that shouldn't have been in.
Yeah.
The team that shouldn't have been in is my whole thing.
So,
that's all I'm saying.
Again, I'm glad I'm here to help my friend JB. See, you don't always got to jump fully in the water. JB, sometimes you can just go from the front of the yacht to the back of the yacht. And I think the college football playoff, the 12-team version, has brought an increased level of excitement, but it does need to be tweaked.
Yeah.
So I don't think in and of itself is like, let's tear it up down and watch the ashes blow in the wind. But one thing we did learn was they need to reseed the 12 after the conference tournaments. Don't go automatic conference champs into the bye week. Kind of thing.
Yep, I agree with that.
And then they need to make it so that the number 1 team doesn't get the hardest path to a damn championship. Now, if we're being honest, if Ohio State figured out how to win this thing, they were by far the best team in the country because they didn't have Murder's Row.
And Shaun, to that point, my point what I was trying to make earlier is that the reason why I'm a fan of the 12-team playoffs is because a team like Ohio State, let's use exactly what happened this year, right? Let's say it was still the 14 playoff.
They wouldn't have got in.
They wouldn't have got in. So we would have missed out on arguably the best team in college football on missing the playoff because they had a blunder at the end of the season, which is why I'm a
They put every team in, homie. They put every fucking team in. They put 64 teams in there, homie.
They wouldn't have got in, Shaun. Probably not.
64 teams in there.
Ohio State.
Let everybody play. Let everybody play then. Let everybody play.
Title game, Shaun, is going to
It makes no sense. That makes that's so fucking weak of a take. That's such a soft ass take. Let everybody in, homie. Let everybody in. Fuck it. Like that's the weakest take ever, homie. Last year you bitched about Georgia not getting in. Florida State not getting in. Georgia not getting in.
JB, I'll see you later, and I'll keep you again on Monday.
So JB, all right, Smitty, have a great day. So JB,
let's go.
I feel like the old format did have flaws as well. I mean, it's very hard if you got in that environment what you call Power 5 conferences. It's very hard, in my opinion, to justify the ACC champion doing what Florida State did and not getting in. So I thought in the Power 5 world, a 4-team format was flawed. Now with the addition of the 12, I don't necessarily hate it. I just feel like they got to tweak some of it.
I hate it, absolutely. I just think it's so watered down. Anybody, like to Smitty's last point, just let everybody in then. It's a you problem that you weren't good enough to get in the Final Four. Like, this is the issue I have. Like, you lost your last game to Michigan. I don't agree that this isn't baseball, Shaun, where anybody can beat anybody on a given day. That's Smitty's argument. Like, we shouldn't see it, though. Like baseball, if you let all the teams in Major League Baseball, you know and I know because you know baseball. Florida Marlins get upset the goddamn Dodgers in a 3-game series. It's baseball. Like, this is what it is. We can go years and years and years and could say, oh, well, Tulane got in. You guys in your year would have won the whole thing and went on a run. What is to say that about any year? The fact of the matter is, It used to be 1 versus 2, and then we created a computer system. We put the BCS together. Then we had 4-team playoff, and you didn't get in. You lost your last game. And to Smitty's point, Shaun, then the regular season meant absolutely nothing.
So here's what's interesting, JB.
Why are we playing the regular season then if we're going to let everybody in? Like, there's a problem to this whole thing. First of all, strength of schedule in the regular season means absolutely diddly shit then, according to Smitty, which is a travesty to college football then. Because now you're asking for the portal to even enhance further. See, if the regular season don't mean shit, and then I get put out, I'm in the portal right the fuck now. Like, we got to stop. We got to stop with that.
We just got to find a middle ground because I don't think the 4-team system worked, and I don't know that the 12 is the best answer with the bye anyway. And I mean, the only thing that I would say is,
but are you saying that because Notre Dame doesn't own a conference? See, that's the problem. There's a whole other argument.
I'm on record as saying, listen, if Notre Dame wants to participate in the college football playoff, no matter what size it is, then their football team got to go in the ACC.
Let me prove
with
the
their basketball
oxymoron.
team. I'm on record saying that.
No, I know. Let me prove the oxymoronic takes by this committee that selected this thing. Alabama just played Michigan and lost in a bowl game. Do you know what Alabama's rank was, national ranking was in that bowl game?
No, I didn't even watch it, and I don't know what their rank was.
They were 11th.
And it's a 12.
Right. You're not the fucking it makes zero sense, Shaun. That's my point of this. I get what you're about to say. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say the fact that Alabama, Ole Miss, and South Carolina all laid an egg doesn't enhance the argument that Lane Kiffin wants to make anyway.
Ole Miss smoked Duke.
I mean, Ole Miss won, my bad. South Carolina and Bama, yeah.
No, I get it.
Ole Miss played Duke without their quarterback.
Without anybody. That's my point, though. That's the same thing I'm going to fight back with Alabama, South Carolina, and all these other teams that everyone now is fine-bombing. Everybody's like, oh, well, I'm going to renege on my take with the SEC. That's not the Bama team. That's not the South Carolina team that would have went to the playoffs. We know, Shaun, you and I know that these teams, that wasn't the Florida State team that got beat by 70 against Georgia last year when their team was deflated when they didn't get in the tournament. Like, let's be honest. This is not how it works. When you go to these meaningless bowl games, I didn't call them meaningless. That's what y'all out here said. It's meaningless. Then what do you think the players think? Half of them are in the portal. Half of them sit out and opt out. And you have a horrible product on the football field. That wasn't Alabama's best against Michigan. That wasn't Duke's best against Ole Miss. It's almost like we're force-feeding this thing, Shaun. Marshall's whole team quit, and they didn't even play in a bowl game, and we had to go draw straws to find a team.
Shout out to La Tech. La Tech played the
Shout out to La Tech. How bad is that for football, Shaun? Now I got to find a team, number one. Then that team that I find has a week to prepare for a team they have no idea who they were going to play. Then I got to rally up my guys and get them home from Thanksgiving break and all this shit. Hey, you guys want to play? And it's like fucking the turkey bowl in the hood. Hey, y'all want to get together and play? Like, this is the worst product, man. I'm just saying, like, and then Marshall and then Army, has to now prep La Tech, who they already had game plan Marshall for 3 weeks. Like, come on, man, this shit is a joke. And you're not going to get your best. And I'm telling you, I'm going to take it further. You're asking for further injuries to occur. You're asking for further transfer portal issues. You're asking for further coaches to get out of the profession. And that's my next segue, because I gotta ask you about this, man. Probably a friend of yours as well. I don't know if you've been coached by him or not. Dirk Cutter called it fucking quits last night. Dirk Cutter called it quits and wrote a 1,000-page essay about it. He wrote a goddamn whole thing about it. I won't read it all, but I'm just going to tell you for the audio listeners. Bronco Nation, as I step away today, after 42 years in the coaching profession at every level, I have a few things I want to get off my chest. And then he goes on to thank and support Boise and their coach for hiring him again. He's been at Boise many years. I've known Dirk forever from San Francisco State days with Andy Reid, by the way. A lot of you in here will not even understand what he's done. Anyway, he basically said, Shaun, since the playoff, during the bye week that they earned, apparently, that their players were getting fucking plucked left and right. During the goddamn playoff, their players are getting plucked by teams with bigger and better resources. And he's like, man, enough is a fucking enough. I've coached this game too long, helped too many kids, and now I got to watch my guys getting plucked during a fucking playoff game that we're in during the bye week, where now players' heads are spinning because they got $1 million thrown at them by goddamn Tennessee, Oregon, Florida. And now how do I coach these kids to be focused to go play a Penn State in our first round game? This is a mockery. And I don't blame him at all for getting out of this thing. So I'd love to hear your take on this, man, because it's a travesty. Because you defend the small fish. You defend the small fish in the big pond. And Boise, if we're going to say earned the playoff spot, I don't agree they earned the bye week, but I agree that as the non-Power 4, they should be the team. They were the best in the non-Power 4. So they get in the tournament, then this is a joke, man, to do this to them.
So I think, and listen, I would never have brought this into play without speed bumps, without like parameters, without like, things that were gonna, curtail this. But at this point, the easiest fix is this: create some semblance of a salary cap and do it by position. The quarterback at any individual, the quarterback position at any given school cannot be over $1 million. The offensive line position at any given school cannot be over X amount of dollars. The receiver position. That way, if a school's gonna pay a kid $1 million to be quarterback, guess what? They can't bring nobody else in. If they're gonna pay an offensive lineman $700,000, well, guess what? That position only got $1.5 million budget. And so now it makes it at least more competitive, where a smaller school could say, okay, this is the exact number we have to have to retain the majority of our players. And now you even the playing field a little bit, as opposed to letting, one big booster, and the big dogs are losing kids too. Hell, the Oracle, the guy that owns Oracle, his wife's a Michigan grad. She gets involved with the Bryce Underwood bidding, and all of a sudden, hell, LSU can't afford Bryce Underwood.
I want to address something like this guy in the chat, Caleb McLean. All these coaches whining and bitching. Figure it out or find another job. When do you stop? When do you stop figuring it out and finding more jobs? When do you run out of quality fucking football coaches, Caleb McLean, that want to do it the right way? When do you allow your kids to get coached by street agents and fucking nobodies because that's all that's left? See, y'all don't think outside the box. You're all narrow-minded thinking about the bag you see in front of you. This dude's coached for 42 fucking years. Where is the appreciation and the respect for the game that this guy's put in? See, Caleb McLean's of the world just automatically dismiss all this shit that we've gone through as football players, coaches, and grinded and helped these kids. And now you're bitching and moaning, talking about, just go find another job. When you say that enough, there will be you're going to be like, oh, shit. Be careful what you wish for, homie, because your ass ain't going to have nobody coaching this game worth the shit. And you're seeing it right now in the NFL plus college football. You're seeing the yes men and the do boys that are adhering to kids making more money than them. This college football has become the NFL. When Shaun played and the quarterback coach makes $500K for the Bucks, and Shaun, let's say, makes $2 million. What? I'm not taking no 3-step job like that, motherfucker. You don't even make nothing like me, and you didn't even make it to the league like me. This is what's happening in college now. You got guys looking at guys, and we want to respect the McKellen girl lady at Oregon? Come on, man. Like, you guys are just so narrow-minded and micro-thinkers on this thing because you probably don't know anything about it. You never played or coached, and it's all right. Just stay in your lane, though.
I get Dirk's frustration because of all the time he's put in with a large portion of those guys, that every school had a chance to recruit those kids out of high school, but they didn't do their good job evaluating, or that wasn't an area they recruited. And Boise State, UNLV, UCL, it's a whole bunch of schools that developed that kid. And now all of a sudden the kid walks in your office and tells you he loves it there. But coach, y'all are paying me $10. JB University is offering me $100. The coach can't even look at the kid and say, don't take the money. You know, that's the most frustrating part.
And you know what the problem is? Like the Kevin McClains of the world and all this that don't understand hierarchy. There's a reason why the country's falling apart right now. There's a reason why kids are running the room at 17 to 21 that have yet to earn anything, that don't even know how to change their fucking oil in their car, and have yet to put anybody through college, paid a light bill, or paid a mortgage. But we want to put them on the same fucking level playing field as a 50-year-old that's 42 years in the business. Now, that's the fucking problem I have with the Caleb McClains and all these idiots in the world. You're putting a 17-year-old who's yet to earn anything, who don't know shit about shit, and you're putting them on the same level. This is when you have no hierarchy, and this is why we collapse as a society. And that's why you're seeing the collapse of football at the college level. Because if there is no pecking order and hierarchy, then grown men coaches that have done this for 42 years can no longer coach the kid and demand greatness from him, because the kid will crumble because he has no tough skin and immediately exit left. And you are saying that they belong on the same field as a 55-year-old coach. Get the fuck out of here, man. This shit is beyond me. But
Shout out to Dirk Cutter, by the way.
Yeah, great coach.
Great dude.
He's an asshole on the field, gets after dudes. He gets after his staff. Listen, he did it the right way. Let me go further. There's a kid I want to mention that is in the portal. San Diego kid. Bailey, I don't know if we got the kid I sent you. This kid, Keenan Christian, I want to give you a little insight on him. San Diego kid, offered by SC out of high school, Shaun, signs there, leaves, enters the portal, goes to San Diego State. This is his latest offer from the portal.
Is that a real program? No offense to Finley. I'm not familiar with them. Is that a real football team?
Yeah, I think they're D2. Finley University is his offer. I want everybody to really clear and hear me. This is what 99% of the portal becomes. You either never hear from them, they become nobodies because they thought the green grass was greener on the other side. This is what the portal has done to guys. It's a D2 in Ohio, I believe, Shaun. Pretty decent D2. But you went from SC, big-time recruit out of high school in San Diego, California, big-time city. Then you go to San Diego State, back home. Okay, I can see that move, right? Now this is your offer. I'm just telling you, to Dirk Cutter's last post, to get out of the game, to this right here is all tied in to it's together. I'm just telling you. This is what is going on in college football, man. These kids, 99% of them don't make it. There's 7,000 in the portal, people. There's 134 D1s playing football. Do the math. It's never going to work. And now you've just opened Pandora's box with JUCO prep being untimed for 2 years. Can't wait to see it unfold, Shaun. I'm just telling you.
Hey, JB, it's one of the reasons I'm so adamant that high school kids shouldn't be eligible for NIL. Like that's the first change I would make. A high school kid is not generating any revenue for the college he's going to ultimately sign with. All he's doing is making money for the On3s and the rivals and the recruiting services that monetize high school recruitment. Like that's where they got to start. Because it'll ruin a kid like Keenan. Kid like that, highly recruited out of San Diego, get paid before he ever play it down at SC.
I agree. I agree, man. I'm just saying, man. And Shaun, this is the problem. Dirk Cutter left. And then another guy who Caleb McLean will just dismiss, Jim Mora, who's only coach in the NFL, has a fucking legend following.
Yeah.
He goes to UConn and does great things, but so is he just bitching too, playing victim, Caleb? Is he just playing victim, Caleb McLean? Is this guy not saying his guys are being probed also during the goddamn? They beat North Carolina, homie, by the way.
And looked like they had better players.
And so all of a sudden, his team now at UConn is getting probed during the goddamn playoff tournament. And now all of a sudden, we see a guy like Dirk Cutter leave. We've seen Nick Saban exit left. Mike Krzyzewski in basketball. We've seen a coach become the head coach at Boston College. Said, "Fuck this, I'm out. I'm gonna go be a DC in the NFL." And Coach Hafley, and then got Green Bay doing pretty damn good. This is the problem. Chip Kelly left a Power 5 head job to go be a coordinator. Just make it make sense. That doesn't happen ever. So this is why. Are they all victims, Caleb? See, that's the problem.
It really sucks for Jim Moore because him playing in the bowl game exposes him to losing his best players. Because now, and UConn don't play a national schedule generally. They're not on national TV. So the majority of big-time programs don't even see UConn play. With a standalone bowl game where everybody's watching, it's an O-line coach at 20 of the top 60 schools is like, oh, damn, that right tackle could play with us. He hit his GA, man. Find out who that is, man.
It's beyond that, Shaun. It's not a GA no more. These big schools have hired 10 guys now.
They got a department.
They got a portal department that they log into the portal right as the season ends, and they're literally going to the coaches, the coordinators and head coach and saying, hey, 600 O-linemen are in the portal today. Let's get it on. They get the film up of 10 guys, and they're watching film. They bring the coordinator in to watch this kid's kick step, watch this guy in Nevada, UConn, these smaller schools under the radar that they could steal a dude from.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest to Caleb McLean, I don't advocate for victim mentality. I'm not going to tell my players to just quit and give up, and it is what it is. I'm going to fight to the end. But my whole point to your take is, Caleb, at one point you will run out of quality for quantity, and you will not have the blood life that runs this particular space, college football. The portal will eventually run dry, and you will need to go back to the organic nature of football is recruiting high school and JUCO kids. When you kill that and shut it down and clip it and only use the portal as your blood life, you will run out of organic natured players eventually. The portal is not going to last forever. I'm just telling you. It's an impossibility. I'm not a math major, but eventually 99% of them will be going to Lindsay College or whatever that shit was. They're not going to SC and Bama because you cut high school recruiting off and you've eliminated and imploded JUCO. So we're going to, I'm curious.
You did say something earlier, JB, that I agree with 100%. NCAA sports needs to get back to being a 18 to 22-year-old competitive environment. I'm with you. Like, all right, I know COVID hit. It was terrible for a lot of people. But we passed that now. Hey, man, y'all, every Saturday I feel like I'm watching games with a bunch of 24, 25-year-old kids. Like, I mean, at some point, college sports needs to go back to being 18 to 22.
And Shaun, it becomes, people don't understand the ramifications. They don't understand. You're now taking away possible CFL roster guys.
Right.
USL, USFL, arena football. Go play and live. That's what it used to be, Shaun. Oh, damn, I wasn't quite good enough, but I got a shot with a CFL team. Nobody's going there no more. CFL now is becoming unbelievably bad if you go watch it and see the difference because they're not getting the four-star guy anymore. They're staying in college 8 or 9 years. The CFL can't afford to hire a 27-year-old guy no more. They can't do it. So
NCAA got to fix that. I don't know if it's an age limit or what, but I mean, it's way too many 24-year-olds playing college football now.
Shaun, I don't want to watch. No offense, I recruited him and shit. I don't want to watch my man at Utah no more.
Right.
I recruited you.
He might be 26 by now. This is ridiculous.
Shaun, I recruited him in 17 when he left Texas.
Yeah,
Came back home to California and entered the portal.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man, that was 7 years ago.
And it's starting to really impact the record books because these kids are playing for 6 years instead of 4.
And I mentioned it yesterday. Scadaboo should have been in New York, not Dylan Gabriel. Dylan Gabriel should have been out of college already.
Yeah, he's been out a long time.
That's the point I'm making. It's not that Dylan Gabriel didn't belong because they were number one team and his stats. That's not the fact. The fact is he should have been gone already. Like
I was still coaching at USF when Dylan Gabriel was at UCF. And
Come on, man. That's my point. We're missing young guys. We're losing the fact that the kids don't have a drive anymore. Why wouldn't the next Scadaboo in the world coming out of high school have a drive and investment in his body and becoming the greatest thing when he's going to go to college and have a 25-year-old ahead of him who's been at 4 schools, and now they're going to be invited to a Heisman candidacy and not Scadaboo, who, if you go watch Scadaboo's high school film in Sacramento, California, go watch his high school film. He should have been offered by a lot of schools, but he's a white running back. He's not flashy. He got overlooked because of a portal kid. There was 1,000 portal running backs sitting around in a portal. So I'm just saying, man. Shaun, in the show, we got a few more topics real quick. Donald Trump came out and said that Jaden Daniels deserves the MVP, possibly. Take a look at this. Said he was talking about Jaden Daniels with the D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser, and thinks Daniels doesn't deserve Rookie of the Year, but possibly even MVP. Doesn't just deserve the rookie, he also deserves MVP consideration. So Trump's diving into football now, helping out his constituents across America.
Hey, smart move by Trump.
Yeah.
Have you seen?
Where are you at with this? Where are you at with this whole thing?
Have you seen James' mom?
I know her well. I know the whole family.
Hey, this Trump taking his shot. I said your baby should not just be Rookie of the Year. He should be MVP.
You mean like AP did?
Right.
But anyway.
Yeah, this is ludicrous. Like, in some years, maybe you can make a case that, I mean, he needed some votes, but not this year. Not with Burrow, Lamar, and Josh Allen doing what they're doing and Saquon having the year he had. No, he wouldn't even be top 5 in MVP voting.
But if I'm arguing, and I pulled up the definition earlier in the week with Smitty because I was looking at the definition of Rookie of the Year, Offensive Player of the Year, MVP, even the Heisman when we were talking about Genty versus Travis Hunter and all this shit. The definition doesn't equate or equal the candidates. Like what Jaden has done for his particular team after the year that the Washington Commanders had last year should put him in the consideration and conversation. The year he's had statistically, the year that he's clearly been the impact, and he's clearly, I believe McLaurin has second in touchdowns in the league, isn't he? That's because of Jaden Daniels, right? I mean, we have to argue. Right. Like, there's he's done something that no one's done in Washington in how long? As a rookie, too. I don't know if he's not in at least the conversation. If it was a Heisman candidacy and you took 4, I would have to put Jaden in there. I would because of what he's done. It's hard. I get it. It's a QB rule. It's an award. See, I would give the best player the Rookie of the Year and then put the quarterbacks in its own deal because we never give it to anybody other than a quarterback anyway. So,
Hey, JB, until the NFL can explain how the MVP isn't the Offensive Player of the Year when the MVP is the offensive player, I mean, the awards really just.
That's why I had to define them because they make zero sense. They're just giving out awards. Yeah, they're giving out awards. Brock Bowers is clearly the Rookie of the Year. He has 0 quarterbacks stolen the ball. He's broke the record that Nakua just broke, and you're telling me he's going to get nothing. To me, that's a travesty. This guy is clearly the Rookie of the Year. He is by far the best rookie. I don't want to hear anything
I don't see there you go jumping off the boat again. You can say he's deserving of Rookie of the Year, but you can't say he's by far the best rookie because Jaden Daniels has been really damn good this year.
Okay, so then I'll argue you and say, well, Jaden Daniels touches the football every single snap of the football game and literally dictates where that ball goes. Jaden Daniels dictates where it goes. Brock Bowers touches the ball only when the guy throws him the ball. And he just broke the record on a horrific football team with 0 quarterback. That's my argument. There's no way. I would love to hear your banter about that. I'm just telling you, Brock Bowers, 108 catches and 1,200 yards or something on a team that's won 3-4 games.
Hey, Jaden Daniels has the Washington Commanders, who were so good last year that everybody got fired. I'm being sarcastic. At 11-5 and having clinched a playoff spot. So he's been playing in meaningful games where people have watched and the outcomes have mattered. As much as I love Brock Bowers, a lot of his success rate has been the fact that Desmond Ridder, Aiden O'Connell, and Gardner Minshew won't throw the ball past 10 yards down the field. So he's the beneficiary of that. He's a really good player. I'm not knocking that. But he's also the beneficiary of how bad the quarterback play has been in Vegas.
In the league.
Especially in Vegas.
That's another reason why Jaden Daniels looks better than a lot of people don't. The league is bad in quarterback play. So,
but Jaden's balled out though, JB.
No, he has, no doubt. You and I called it. We said he's the best quarterback in this draft. He's proven that. He's gone to a team that we thought was a dumpster fire. He's literally resurrected that team. So we know clearly our prediction was correct. So that's not. I'm not saying he's not balling out, but I'm just saying that Brock Bowers has done some things. And by the way, the MVP and the Rookie of the Year candidacy, he could be the MVP, but not Rookie of the Year. Yeah, moron, TJ Nasty, because I just stated this is a Rookie of the Year contest. It's going to go to the quarterback, not any other position. And I said they're both rookies. It just happens to be that. So it's a conversation piece. No shit that they can't win the MVP and the Rookie of the Year or vice versa. I'm just telling you it's a conversation piece to be had. Brock Bowers
and to your point, I said Brian Thomas was the best wide receiver in this draft before the draft. Remember that? Brock Bowers has 1,144 receiving yards. Brian Thomas has 1,179. And he's done it on 80 catches and has 10 touchdowns. Bowers has done it on 108 with only 4. So you can make an argument that Brian Thomas has been more productive with less volume than Brock has. So I just think there's some.
I would argue that one of your guys is a $200 million quarterback, and even though you can say he's bad, it doesn't matter. He's $200 million. Somebody thought he was fucking pretty good, and now you got a guy over here. You got 2 borrowed guys playing in Vegas.
Malik Neighbors is 4 catches behind Bowers and 4 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns up. So, I mean.
And I get it too, but listen, Bowers is in a much better conference, and I would argue that he's at the line of scrimmage taking on a Sam backer at the line of scrimmage with a strong safety over him and an outside backer outside leveraging him versus a one-on-one free access scenario, and I get to throw the ball up to the guy. You and I know tight ends doing this is much different and harder than a guy out there on the edge.
And I think Brock Bowers is really good. I just think Jaden Daniels is without question NFL Rookie of the Year this year.
Let's end the show, Shaun, with this Bet US segment. Top 5 NFL Super Bowl odds favorites. The Chiefs are at plus 365. The Lions are at 400. The Bills are at 500. Who's your pick to take it all right now?
Just based on the odds, I'd probably go Bills at 5-1. Only reason I'm nervous about the Eagles because they're ending the year weird. You know, Hurts all of a sudden got a concussion. Didn't even seem like that big a hit, but then he doesn't play the following week. Then Pickett gets hurt. Now Tanner McKee. Now Barkley's not playing. Like, I don't trust the way they end in the year because I would take the Eagles at plus 650, but I would go Bills. I just think if there's one guy that can really go God mode in the playoffs and will his team to the big game in New Orleans, I think it's Josh Allen.
Yeah, he can get that play, that one play. You know what I mean? Like that's and we're gonna start doing a segment of that scenario. I want to start doing it with you to end shows, but we'll do it another time. But the Bills' defense is horrific. The Ravens' defense is starting to get better, but I still don't trust them in a big game.
At all.
Both defenses will cost them.
Defense is garbage.
I don't know why the Vikings aren't in there. The Vikings right now today, I think they're going to win Sunday. I think the Vikings are going to win and be the 1 seed. And it's a travesty how the NFL seeds, just like college football. I think a 14-win team being the 5 seed is a travesty. I think they should rank the NFL playoffs similar in like college playoff. I think they should rank 1 through 7. I just don't think that a 5 seed winning 14 games makes any sense at all. It's not the NFL. It's not our fault that the NFC North this year is in the best division in football. Like, oh well, we had to go through the gauntlet of ourselves, beating the Packers, who's a really good team who haven't beat anybody of significance, by the way. They're 1-5, I think, against anyone with a winning record that's any good at all, or I think a playoff team. The Packers are 1-5. They lost to the Eagles. They lost to the Lions. They lost to the Vikings. I don't know if they can beat anybody when it matters. You brought that point up with Jordan Love. Something's ailment. He has an ailment. I don't know what it is. I think it's going to cost the Packers in this thing. And who gets in this week? It's a big weekend, Shaun. Saturday, Sunday. The Bucks, the Falcons. Who's going to get in? And I'm saying a lot. I want you to just end the show with these topics. Who are you more scared of if you're another team in the AFC or the NFC? What team would you say you're more scared of facing? The Rams or the Bengals if the Bengals get in? Those are 2 teams with 2 ball spinners with 2 great wideout cores that can beat anybody. I think Burrow can go into Arrowhead. I think Burrow can go into New Jersey and beat Buffalo. I think that Burrow can beat anybody left in this tournament. Same with Matthew Stafford. I wouldn't be shocked if those 2 teams, if they get in, make a run. So
I disagree a little bit because I think the Rams defense is much better than the Bengals.
No doubt.
So I think the Rams are much more dangerous in the NFC than the Bengals would be in the AFC. The Bengals defense is garbage. They are hot, molten trash. And as good as Burrow is Chase Brown back? Is Chase Brown still injured? You know, they got situation at running back. If he's not available, I think there's a huge drop-off. Like, Burrow's got to get protection because he's not going to do anything from a mobility standpoint. So even though I know Burrow's having a year and since he's elite at throwing the ball, I think the Rams are a more complete team in the weaker division. So I think they're more of a danger to the NFC.
Okay. Fuck it, Bailey. I'm going to just play this game with Shaun to end the show. It's called Who Do You Trust, Shaun? And I'm just going to ask you 6 things, and you just give me a quarterback's name. Try to use a playoff team. Who do you trust? Brought to you by BetUS. Use the promo code CoachJB today. Who do you trust, Shaun, most to win a game?
Patrick Mahomes.
I'm going to go Matthew Stafford. Who do you trust most to make a play? One play.
Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen, one of the 2.
I'm going Josh Allen. Who do you trust to make a play? I'm going Josh Allen. Shaun's going to Lamar Jackson. Who do you trust to build your team around right now? Burrow hurts me. He's injured too much, man. It scares me.
For me, if I'm going established, it'll be Josh Allen. I just like his build. I think when his skill set diminishes, he's going to age more gracefully than Lamar. And if you really put me up to it, I go Jaden Daniels, just because he's the youngest and the cheapest of all of them.
Over CJ?
Yeah, I like Jaden because he's more athletic than CJ. And I'm not down on CJ. I know CJ's struggling right now, but I just think Jaden gives me more options from a dynamic athlete standpoint.
Who do you trust to make one throw?
Now, this is where I would go Stafford.
I'm with you.
Yeah, I'm with Stafford right there.
He is the best ball spinner left in this tournament. There's no question about it. He'll drop the ball. He'll throw a 2-ball and a 1-ball over the backer's head. Everyone thinks they're picking it. The ball's fucking right over your outreach fingers. We've seen it time and time. Stafford is both of our picks on who do you trust. Who do you trust most in the fourth quarter?
Oh, Mahomes. Absolutely, unequivocally. Until somebody unseats him, you can't go against that one. Because he's beat all these guys.
Burrow's beat them all too, though, in the fourth. Right. Burrow, I'd have to lean on Burrow most in the fourth. Who do I trust? I would trust Burrow in the fourth the most. If all things were perfect, of course, we know their defense is trash and all that. I would trust Burrow in the fourth because he's beat Mahomes several times. Josh Allen in New York, in Buffalo. I think he can go anywhere, and that's why I would trust Burrow. And who do you trust, Shaun? Least.
Ooh. Oh, let me look. I had pulled up the
I'm gonna give you mine first. I'll give you mine while you look.
Bo Nix. 100%.
Bo Nix the least. I'm just talking, and I'm going to be clear. We'll clean this segment. We'll clean this segment up as we get, and we'll be more specific as we do this segment. I think it'll be a fun segment. I'm going with Jared Goff. I don't trust Jared Goff at all for the remaining guys that are big time is what I'm saying that are in this tournament. A guy that's had a great year, I just don't trust him. There's a reason why McVay got rid of him for Stafford. There's a reason why they won a Super Bowl after he left. There's a reason why I don't trust him late in big games when the lights are bright, Shaun. I love Jared Goff and what he's done. I just don't. We're talking trust, Shaun. Trust the least.
This is where, like, as great of a season as he's had, and hat tip to you because you called it, I'd have to go Sam Darnold if I'm going veteran quarterbacks.
Least.
Yeah. I mean, and he's playing great right now. He's playing great right now.
The reason I say Goff.
If one guy fell on their face in a playoff game and resorted back to the worst part of their narrative, and it wouldn't surprise me, it'd be Sam Darnold.
I'm totally the opposite. Sam Darnold don't know what the fuck's going on. He's playing every game like it's his first. He don't know what the playoffs is. He has no idea what the playoffs are, Shaun. He's going in there and just winning 14, 15 football games, and he's going to get a bye and continue to win those games against teams he's already beat. I think he's just going to go roll through this thing because he don't know different. Goff knows. Pressure's on Goff. Goff knows he has to perform and get the city of Detroit a bowl ring. And I think that is when he fails. That's just my take. So I think we'll make that segment a fun one. Shaun, it's a happy new year. It's a great one. I hate the college football playoff. I can't stand watching it. I'm trying to be on the yacht as much as possible during this thing. I don't believe the Final Four best teams are in it. I think the best teams, first of all, didn't get in it. And second of all, Penn State is a fraud. They're not a Final Four football team and the best of the whole thing. So that's just my take overall this week. Been a great week, though. Happy New Year's, Merry Christmas, all that. Next week, we're back on track.
See you Monday.
See you Monday. Appreciate it.
All right.
Peace. Super Bowl champion Shaun King. Appreciate him joining us. Been a great week. We gave you 5 days during the holiday season just because we owe it to our loyal fans and all you guys out there for becoming members and having being a subscriber. So make sure you subscribe to our other channel as well. Get us over there and get us going because we're about to start putting content on that channel as well. Cooking, recipes, you name it, I got it. And we're going to start doing some live shows from the yacht. And we're going to be putting it on that show and channel as well. So appreciate everybody, man. All the agreeing to disagree, love it. Disagreements create great conversations. So I'm all for it. And all the dick riders and all the women, love you, but don't coach football. We'll see you Monday, God willing. Peace.